My mic's on. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are here with In Darkest Unbroken, episode 3 of season 2. Yeah, we're here. We're just gonna go around the table as we normally do on this channel, starting with our game master as we introduce ourselves and our characters and answer obstacle questions that, for some reason, is funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
always funny.
In preparation for this season, I have like a list of them just so that I'm always prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Emma, or Hamalu on the internet. I am GMing today our Dragon Age game. It's good to be back. Our awkward questions for the cast today is what is you or your character's go-to topping on ice cream? If you don't like ice cream, first of all, you're wrong. Second of all, any other dessert, a topping.
Okay, a topic. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm Freddie. I'm playing Faywin, the very currently previously Circle Mage, and I really like the taste of like burnt sugar in all forms. So I like a nice dark caramel.
Good choice.
Hi, I'm Satan, and I'll be playing Bella, the city elf rogue. And I currently am very into caramel on like cookies and cream ice cream. It's really good. I feel like Bella would go for something with textures, something crunchy. So maybe like bits of like like the hard bits of salty caramel that you get at like on frappuccinos and stuff, something like that.
Like roasted almonds as well.
Yeah, yeah, she'd like roasted almonds. Yeah.
Okay. Gambit.
Yeah, apologies for this. Alright, I am Gambit, and I will be playing Arlen, the very big, strong mountain man. And both him and I would probably agree that coffee crisp, those crunchy on top of ice cream, would be the best. I miss it so because the US don't carry that.
Oh, coffee crisp, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess it's me. Hey, y'all.
Yes.
What's up? I'm Val. Today I bring to you my merchant dwarf, my pansexual polyamorous stoner merchant dwarf, Robin. She and as a stoner, I mean, what would she like on her? Probably Oreos. Like Oreos are definitely like top tier, like crumble, like an Oreo crumble is top tier topping. But also like gummies. Like so Oreos on like the vanilla, and then like gummies on like a strawberry. That's how it goes. But hey y'all, guess what? This channel is a viewer-affected game. You can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations, and we have had a slight, just sort of change to sort of balance things out and to keep things kind of uniform here with systems. For every 100 biddies that you donate, you can give anyone here a reroll on during stream. If you subscribe to the channel, you can give anyone here an auto success plus a 10-point stunt, which is the equivalent, if we're going to talk like 5e terms, it's sort of the equivalent of like a critical success. And then if you just want to donate money, for every $5, you can give us, all of us, focus points, which we're only supposed to get when we level up, so it can help make us incredibly strong. And if you donate $10, you can create an NPC, their name, race, and class. So that's Shrunk. That is what we do here on the channel, as Nightbot has just told us. And with that, go ahead and take us away, Emma.
Okay. All right. Yes. I'm ready to go. Also, my personal choice is like a hot caramel. By the way, that's some good.
I don't like caramel. I'm just gonna be the first person to say that.
That's fair. Everyone's taste buds are different.
Each their own.
All right. So, under Anna to Sean, everyone. We're back to Dragon Age. Last session, the group made a deal with the spirits of the Fade that will have consequences that the group are perhaps can only guess at the moment, but it did mean that they were transported out of the Fade to much to their relief. They were transported to the peak of Sundermount, which is near Kirkwall. Found a praying elf who was seeking help from the goddess Mythal for revenge against a noble. Decompression was then had at her camp with a new group of allies. They drank, they had warm food, there was arm wrestling, flirting, the burning of Feywin's robes. It was quite a liberating time for everyone, I think. We ended the night with a conversation between our mage and a mysterious disembodied voice. After a well needed sleep, for some about 3 weeks overdue, the group awakened to a clear morning. The daylight is a very welcome sight. It's not something you've seen for a while. As the group around you are starting to have a few things for something close to a breakfast and pack things up, they seem ready to head into the city of Kirkwall today. It is assumed that you are joining them as you agreed to help bring retribution against this noble. Hopefully, in exchange for help to get on a boat and back to the city where a lot of your friends are. So, you're all awake, feeling very rested. It was a much needed sleep for everyone. And there's a lot on your plate. Both things to do and things on your mind after everything that happened in the Fade and everything you saw. So
Lots on my mind.
a lot on your mind, yeah. And an elf in your arms as you wake up. Bless.
I didn't think about that.
Which one?
Whoa, there's only one.
There is only one.
Well, I push Freddy.
Mhm.
No.
Get out of my...
No, I wouldn't do that. I would cuddle you like the big spoon that I am.
Yes, he is a big spoon.
The biggest of spoons.
The biggest of spoons. So, the morning is yours. Like I say, they seem to be starting to pack up, casual conversations, some snacks being handed around for something close to a breakfast. What would you like to do?
Wake and bake. But other than that, just do they do coffees or teas in the mornings, like caffeine as well in the morning?
They don't seem to have any on them right now. Nobody seems to be sitting. You could assume either they're not doing that this morning or they don't have any to do that with.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna make
Not
sure
an
that-
issue. Just it's like
Yeah.
a thing I was looking for, but it's fine. Don't need it.
You know,
like
You're about to head into a large city, so the likelihood of being able to acquire some when you get there is quite high.
I'm gonna go to Freddy. If I recall correctly, you're from this area-ish, correct?
You mean my clan?
the circle.
Not really clan. I think it was more like where you
The circle?
resided.
No,
The
his
circle?
circle's north.
No, the circle is in the Free Marches.
Oh, like that way. Okay. I was gonna see if I could get perhaps more information as to what we're going to embark into that city if you knew anything about it, but forgot where we were exactly.
I hope there won't be anyone in Kirkwall who would recognize me, but I'll try not to take any chances.
Okay.
I don't know how far they'd be searching.
Do you like people in Kirkwall that weren't in, like, who do you think survived what happened in your circle?
I don't know. I mean, it was all getting very nasty when I fell into the Fade. So I don't know how it came out. Perhaps we could ask if anyone had heard.
We'll ask, not you. Like, we'll ask on
Yeah.
behalf of you.
More like maybe one of the two of you might want to
It's-
ask.
It's the Circle of Ostwick.
Ostwick. Okay.
I will also have to stop in town and send a few letters.
GM, has my parents' company or myself on their behalf ever been to that particular circle for any trade goods?
Ostwick?
Yeah.
Possibly not.
Okay.
It's up to you how extensively you might have traveled up in the free marches. It's a bit to get to because it's either by boat or by extensive land. They might have been to Ostwick, but typically you're not allowed anywhere near the circles.
Gotcha.
Mostly because the inhabitants are not the sort that would be allowed luxury items anyway. So
True.
yeah.
One of the cool things about also being a dwarf is that like I don't get possessed either.
Yes.
So like I would assume like maybe some of the few traders that could go to circles are dwarven traders because of that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you might through
Maybe
some
other circles.
Yes,
Mhm.
when you get into Kirkwall, I mean, you will have been to Kirkwall.
Yeah.
There's an area that is purely for dwarven merchants,
Mhm.
and so trying to use some contacts there and having discussions about them, they might have gone.
Okay.
But like I say, it's rare. But if there was anyone going, yeah, I imagine dwarves likely would. Things tend to be acquired elsewhere and then brought to circles.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like when we get there, like who will be safe for me to kind of talk to and ask about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Ella would have like gone to like the elf that we met, whose name I forgot.
Yes, there is a couple of them. There's three. The elves, like the group, or the one that you met up in the mountain. You mean?
We met Sinead, right?
Sinead, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. I will go up to her and ask, what do you know of the whereabouts of this noble?
We're going in to find out today. I know that he has arrived in Kirkwall. I can't imagine he is left already. So today we were planning on just scouting out, following, trying to get a bead on where he is and what he is doing, and then making a plan from there.
Would I have been to Kirkwall before in my travels?
Quite possibly.
Okay.
In traveling down, you certainly might have, because if you traveled by land first, Kirkwall is a very common spot to land to then travel over to Ferelden. So possibly.
Okay. So she'll say, well, if he's a noble, then he will be in. Is it called Hightown?
Hightown.
Hightown. There's no way they would be caught dead in Lowtown. So at least start your ship first there, though I will say elves are not common there. It's mostly humans.
We're pretty good at going unseen, at least. And you can see some of the others are putting on very plain looking clothes. So the way that they travel, they might dress in an interesting kind of way. Certainly Ashleen does. She's got quite a lot of accessories and cool scarves and stuff. But they're dressing, you would assume, to look almost like servants.
Good idea.
Yeah. People don't question elves wandering about cities and areas that are common for nobles. It's just assumed we're on errands.
Right. Well.
And then we just use Valen for anything else.
That's what I was thinking about with this guy. She'll point to Ireland.
Oh, I've came in Andy in a few situations that were interesting.
Yes, once time he had to pretend to be my master while we were trying to get someone out of jail.
That was terrible. I don't want to do that again.
I felt dirty just knowing that it happened. Like,
Mm.
all of us had to, like, ugh.
Didn't we
Sometimes we do what we
drink
have to.
afterward?
Mm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, we
It
were,
was
we
a
were
lot to
using the
drink.
alcohol to kill all of those germs.
Yeah, but if we've done it once, we can do it again if we have to. It is important that we keep to the status quo here. We're looking for someone in Hightown.
Yeah. Well, we're just scouting today. You're welcome to join in with that if you want, or see to other business. I mean, there's a lot to do and see and buy in Kirkwall.
Yeah, I will have to stop by to send letters. If our companions are still in High Ever, they need to know that we are alive.
Okay.
You think
So,
we should send a message to the elder in the elf? I
yeah,
forgot the name of the thing. Not the shantytown. It's the.
The alienage.
Thank you, alienage.
I was going to send a letter to the elder, one to Rylan, and I'll send one to. For me personally, I was going to send one to Sharo if he's still there.
Okay.
And I will need to send one to my brother as well. But that's back in the field.
Man, I can only imagine how... Poor Sharo. I think getting some word from you would definitely... Hopefully he's okay.
At least we know that he's with his sister.
Yeah.
He has family back again. Well, anyway. We'll go in. I can just send some quick letters. We can send quick letters. I'm sure maybe your own parents, Robin, might need word.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not too weird for my dads to not hear back from me. Because, you know, I'm traveling, but depending on how long it's been, they might... I don't know. They might have gotten a Calgary, like Calgary. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe sending a letter might be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send
Okay.
one. I'm kind of hoping, once we get to Kirkwall, maybe if I'm lucky, I might just run into Papa. But if not, hopefully run into somebody that I know that can definitely deliver messages for me.
Mhm. Okay. Well, let's get into town and start this. Yeah. I also need some coffee, please.
Coffee. I'm gonna
And she'll
tap the stuff out of my pipe and pass it. Like, before, like, just use like the bottom of my boot to get the resin out and be like, all right, I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everybody's got their stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to.
Sandriel.
Aww. I'm gonna put out the fire and let's get going.
Yeah.
They brought me a scarf from town with my new clothes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll wrap
Nah,
the
I think
scarf
I had
around
as
my
well.
head.
Yes, for a hat.
Mm-hmm. You did. It's just you've got like a simple cloth hat and a scarf.
I very specifically asked for clean socks for everybody.
You did. Everyone has
Socks.
clean socks. Yeah.
And that's the best feeling in the world.
Right? It's like, oh man, I've been sweating in these socks for weeks, and then you put on clean ones, you're like, yes! It's the best.
It is pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you and the others, they all kind of have like shouldered their bags as well. and got themselves sorted, and they lead the charge, heading away from this camp and from the base of Sundermount itself. It only takes around about half an hour, I would say, of walking before you can see the walls of Kirkwall. Um, there's some interesting features of note that I'll have. Arlen, you can roll to see how much you're able to pick up. I think it can be assumed that Bella's been here. Well, it's up to you. I imagine Robin has been here as well. Is
Roll
that
what
fair?
exactly?
Yeah. You're just rolling a perception check, a seeing,
A
if you have
seeing
it.
perception. All right.
Yeah,
All of
Faywin,
us?
you can roll as well. No, you guys have been here
Okay.
before.
Okay,
You're
okay.
aware of what you're about to see.
Yeah.
Faywin can roll as well. I don't think you'll have been quite this far over to the city of Kirkwall.
Ooh, 18.
Perception seeing.
Perception seeing. 12 and 18. Okay. So aside from the very craggy and rugged coastline that leads up to the city, the walls that surround it are interesting. They're very high and very thick. Um, Judging by the way the light is glinting, almost looks metallic as well, which is quite an intense image, especially for you, Arlen. This is a very strange sight. There's not really anything like this in the areas that you have traveled to, and you can tell there's large parts of the city that almost look like they are built into the base of a craggy mountain as well. But you can see where the wall meets the water and where the docks are. There is a very severe looking building that is on an island just off of the actual coast itself. Those who are aware of Kirkwall know this to be the gallows, which was originally a prison and where they used to harbor all the slaves that were taken to and from this place. It then became the circle of this city, which did much the same thing. And you can also see at several points along the actual wall itself, and certainly at the entrance to the docks, there are absolutely giant metal statues of two emaciated, bald, weeping into their hands slaves. And the chains from around their neck reach out and towards where the gallows are. And the chains are very large and very heavy. Those who are aware of Kirkwall that have traveled to this area, you guys may have heard talk of that it is possible to raise this chain to create a barrier to prevent people coming and going into the city when it is needed. But it's a very harsh sight to see. And Kirkwall is the kind of city that very outwardly exhibits the history that it has as being the slave outpost basically for the Tevinter Imperium a way back when. And now is a city that contains much culture, but a lot of roughness as well. And then just poetically, cherry on top, you guys can see what used to be a very grand looking chantry building that was exploded. And
There's just the tiniest smirk on Bella's face, not gonna lie.
mage rights. Yeah, you see it's completely been eviscerated. There was clearly a very high, intense, heated explosion that erupted out of this building. It's damaged some of the buildings nearby. There's no roof to it. It's blackened and charred, and it's an interesting little cherry on top of the shit cake that is Kirkwall.
How like this? Because we would have gotten news if this would have happened before we went into the Fade. So
the chantry was exploded about a year ago.
Okay,
because it started the heated talks about rebellion.
Gotcha.
What happened just as the Fade was closing was other circles, the actual circles themselves, falling into chaos. The College of Enchanters was disbanded, the Templar Order was disbanded, and shit's really hit the fan. Gotcha. You guys haven't really encountered shit hitting the fan in that regard. Feynman is the one who's experienced that most poignantly, having escaped one that was
Yeah. So it is possible
disbanding.
that I have actually been to Kirkwall, like both
Since
before and after the
Yeah.
explosion. So this isn't
yes,
yeah.
yes,
So this isn't like a new thing for me, but it's still a little.
no,
It's kind of like I sort of equate it to, for like myself whenever I go to New Orleans uh, as someone who went through Katrina before and after. It's like it's not a
yes.
surprise that this happened, and the residue is still there for me. Okay,
It's
cool.
still not easy to see.
It's
Yeah.
still not easy to see.
Anyone who's been to areas of very poignant, fairly recent history that's
Mhm.
a destructive force, it's still quite a sight. Yeah.
Whew, buddy. I'm surprised they haven't fixed anything about that yet, but you know,
How things are
harsh
going,
reminders.
I
Mm-hmm.
suppose it would have happened again if what's happening in circles is still happening around the world.
Yeah. Um,
Not much loss there.
eh. As a dwarf, I'm pretty neutral in this whole chantry thing. But you know, they're also whatever. They don't do great things.
No.
But you know, what's the as a out of character reminder, because it's been 3 weeks for me and I have had
Mm-hmm.
like 20 games since then
Yep.
of other various things. We're helping out this group immediately with their task, or are we
Doesn't have to be immediate in that their plan is to go in, stake out and follow this guy to figure out a convenient time to bring down some retribution.
gotcha.
So you've agreed to help out with the retribution part. You don't have to. She said you don't have to come
Mhm.
with us today. Like we are just going to be following him around to see what he's doing. So you can join them with
Mhm.
that if you want to, but there's obviously a lot to see and do, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because what I was thinking is we could let them find the dude, and then we can help with the fighting
Yeah.
later on. Because I know Bella agreed also to help them if they helped her bring his brother. If they helped her bring her brother back from
Mhm.
Antiva into High Ever.
Yes,
Okay.
she's also their payment for you helping with this is getting you guys onto a boat that they're
Mm-hmm.
familiar with to get over to High Ever. So there's that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not something that you have to deal with immediately getting into Kirkwall. You guys can go about, do your own thing, speak to people that you want. You can purchase things if you wish. Just generally experience Kirkwall for a little bit. Visit the Hangman, you know.
Would I know certain dwarves in the Hangman?
Possibly not.
Okay.
I mean, all of you may, if you are readers, may be familiar with Varric Tethris, and certainly, Rob. I know she's not here right now to do this, but Robin will know of him for sure. Um, Given that he's part of the Merchants Guild, which she and her family are as well. So you may have heard of him, but first person like speaking like knowing each other,
Yeah.
not so much. You'll know of him because especially now, post DA2 timeline, he's obviously kind of a big deal around
Oh, okay.
Kirkwall. So
My brain didn't know what point in the timeline we were, so I'm like, what do I
yeah, no, this
know?
is you guys are. This is also for people who are watching who've played the games. You guys are sort of like just at the cusp of what happens just prior to Inquisition starting.
Okay. Uh, yeah. If Bella knows like a place to eat, or she can get food at the Hangman, she'll go there.
Mhm.
But before, I'll like tell everyone to go there if we want like food and stuff. Um, but she would buy like some parchment and ink, like
Mhm.
or quickly so she can write her letters as she's
Yeah,
eating.
you guys can go and deal with because I imagine a few of you have things you need to do. And you guys are sort of like walking in on the approach to get to the walls, so it won't be very long before you're in the city. Obviously, there's a moment for Faywin, especially because you will have heard the gossip about what happened here, because it was what triggered the talk of rebellion,
Mhm.
you will know of Anders and what he did, because he's obviously the person who spearheaded the Mage Rights Rebellion. So it's sort of like I mean, there's so many revolutions and civil wars that have happened throughout history, but imagine being somebody who's on that side. You can see the point where it started in the city where that person was when this began. So there will be a moment of like, huh, for him as well. Um, but eventually you get to one of the gates to enter. It leads in towards the side of the city, and you are immediately hit with the smell of a city like this. It's pungent.
Ah, yes, the smell of fresh bread being made, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And piss on the walls.
Oh, thank you for ruining it.
The piss alleyways, the fresh bread when you get to places where there's bakeries, so there's interesting mix of smells. This is also a city town with some docks, so there's going to be like that fish smell as well. So it's like this is all sorts of things.
So
coming
New
in.
Orleans is what you're saying.
Sure.
Let me ask you this though: any drive-through daiquiris?
Dry fruit daiquiris, did you say?
Oh,
Yes.
drive-through daiquiris. It's a thing. New Orleans, like
Okay.
the entire state has drive-through bars.
Okay.
But to be
Okay.
honest, any guards of any sort, any what does it look
Oh,
like as far as constabulary
right.
force?
Sure. Give me a perception check as you go in, just to kind of get a bead on how guarded this place is.
May I do one as well?
Yes, anyone
like
who
she
wants
would
to,
do
you're
that.
all able to do that if your
With seeing?
characters are so inclined. Especially because now you have like, yeah, seeing.
Oh, I
The nature of the company you are all keeping.
mhm.
Damn.
don't
Being
mind
aware
me.
of these things is important.
Excuse me.
Okay. There's a few, and there's very high rolls there from some people. Absolutely, yes.
From
You
some people, you mean everybody except me.
Sure. um. Yes. Guard presence is very high. In fact, it is much higher for those of you who have been here before. Much higher than you have ever seen it.
Okay.
Even after the explosion, for those who were here after that point, like it is crawling with guards. There appears to be people who have on very simple guard uniform who are so they've clearly got like some new recruits that they're just kind of just thrown out to just to be on the streets. Interestingly, not a massive Templar presence.
Okay.
Just
Good
regular
news.
guards.
Yes, lots
Okay.
of regular guards. There used to be
A
very
massive
high Templar presence here. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna close down the march. I want to make sure that I can keep an eye on everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
But
Bella will start leading them into Lowtown, which she's hoping there's at least a little bit less guards.
Yeah.
She doesn't know if the other group wants to go to Hightown and split off there, and then meet up in Lowtown somewhere, and probably the Hangman.
They're following you for now,
Yeah.
just to get into the city and get a bit of
Yeah.
bearings. Eventually, Sinead will kind of like stop with the others and just say to you guys, we'll see you guys back here, perhaps at the entrance to the alienage.
Yeah.
We have a couple stop-offs there too, so with elves in your company, you guys will be welcome there, I imagine.
Yes. Do you have a end of day type?
Sure. Once the sun has set, we can meet there more officially, but yeah, that'll be the meeting spot if anyone, if we need to.
Okay.
So I know we're kind of While I was at Bio, did we decide exactly where we're heading yet, or we're just getting?
You
into
guys
town?
know. You guys haven't had your.
Okay.
You're just got
Yeah.
into town. They're away to leave. There was a question about whether or not Bella would know Varric Tethris, and I said you'll know of him,
Mhm.
maybe not know him personally, but the likelihood is he's gonna know Robin. You're gonna know him, or at least he'll be aware of you and your because it's Dwarven Merchant Guild stuff.
Yep.
Like he'll be aware of who you guys are, and you guys know him. So,
Okay.
so there was that. But other than that, no, it's just you guys are just getting in and just getting yourselves.
What I
Yeah.
what I suggested was like buy some paper and ink to like write out letters while we eat somewhere and have coffee, and then send those out and buy whatever else we need because they were gonna do the stealthing and figure out where the noble was,
Mhm.
and then it seems the best way is to let them do that, and then we would come in and help them when they need it.
If you don't mind, Bella, I would just kind of like to go head straight to the Dwarven Merchant Guild just to see if my dad is even there or somebody that I know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'd rather you not to go alone, so let's do that first.
Oh,
That's
okay.
important to you.
I mean, I have traveled in Kirkwall all by myself before. I am a very strong dwarf. I am independent.
I know that.
But you can come with me if you want. Let's just be real. You just want to see my dad.
Well, I was just going to say because of the ratio of guards now, but I would also love to see your father.
Like it's clearly like a joke between Bella and Robin.
Like, I definitely am just going to see your father. It's fine.
Okay, like I understand. Like Papa loves you, so.
Yes, I mean he needs to see what happens, how good my hair has been, even after
That
so
is
much
true.
time in the
That
face.
is true. I mean, listen, he's probably gonna be really upset that I didn't scrape any kind of goop out of the fade, but you know what? It's the fade. Like
That's fair.
It's exactly. So all right, and I've been here, so I probably know where I'm going. Yeah.
We're gonna be looking into getting a boat to go back to Highever at some point.
The group that we are helping said they could get us in contact with a boat that they knew that was friendly-ish.
Okay.
Sorry, I hit my mic.
Yeah.
Can we see the water from here?
Yes.
Is it a big wide expanse, or is it just like the port?
Yeah, no, it's the sea. It's fully the sea. Yeah, that you can see, and it spreads across the city. The city's sort of like wedged between the waking sea and a mountain face that is kind of the higher parts are built into. So
okay,
because there's a slope down, you can almost always, if you can't see it, you can certainly smell it.
Okay, I'm gonna if the sea is facing right, I'm gonna stay on the left.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna put distance between me and the sea.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Arlen? Like, are you afraid of the water?
No.
Okay. Do you expect like a monster will come out of it and eat us?
Well, it's big, wide sea. We never know what we can find out there.
Do you know how to swim?
Yeah, do you know how to swim?
Yes, I do know how to swim.
He does
Robin
know how to
would
swim.
know.
He does know how to swim. Not that like it ever got deep enough to where he had to swim, but
it didn't get deep in that regard at least.
No, not in that regard, but he does get in pretty deep.
Yeah.
So Dragon Age.
Welcome to Dragon Age.
Yeah. Welcome to Dragon Age. Yeah.
It's
trauma of slaves and thirstiness. It's, what we want.
So we're gonna kind of make our way. So I do have a question. How are people reacting to Finch around us as we're going through the town?
Ooh.
That would be a perception insight for me, please, or perception empathy. I guess
I'm gonna go with yep.
While she's rolling that, I will say Bella is like keeping Feywood close to her, making sure it's like there's no eyes like away from him.
Fair.
Like I have a little brother. I know how to do this.
There's a lot of heads turning and looking. It seems mostly because they've never seen anything like this up close. It's something I guess that a lot of people are aware exist, but never. It's quite rare actually for them to be on the surface. Certainly. So yeah, there's a lot of like turning, kids sort of like stopping each other and pointing and looking very excited at the presence of this incredibly large moving stone person.
Oh, so there's a lot of kids around.
There's a few kids, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not like a lot. You're not overrun by kids, but yeah, there's
That's a
definitely
swarm
children
of kids.
around. Yeah, just a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's turning heads.
Okay.
Of course, he took seduction as a talent. Sorry, as a focus.
Nice.
Stone Cold Fox.
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
So
so
we're gonna go.
he's definitely turning heads. But yeah, so
Yeah.
are you heading to Hightown to the dwarven merchants?
Yeah,
Build area.
that's definitely where I would be going. And
Is
very
everybody going there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I will still like. Obviously she knows where she's going, so she doesn't have to. She's been here before. She's not gonna take a lead or anything, but she's gonna stand like behind her and let her like go first because we're going to Hightown, and have Faywin with her if he so allows it, like near her.
How's Faywin doing?
Faywin is a little overstimulated. He's not distressed, but he is like, he's looking at everything and is experiencing all the smells.
Yeah.
Bella's like got her hand like looped with his hand, his arm, her arm looped with his arm, just in case.
Oh, Robin. Would you perchance have something in your pack or your cosmetology bag, something that would erase this delicious smell? Although maybe temporary.
Well.
Like crushed mint.
I mean, I have the elf fruit.
She also has bear musk.
I have bear musk. I have what else?
So do
I mean, okay. Here you go. I actually have. I will pull out. I have some raw honey. I have this.
Faywin, would you like to try some raw honey, like right underneath your nose to help with the smell?
Raw what?
Honey.
Oh. Oh no, it's interesting.
You get used to it and then you don't smell it anymore, really.
Yeah, and this smells very not too dissimilar to Antiva City, I imagine.
Yeah.
Big stinky port cities.
Yep. It just if it gets too much, just I don't know, like pinch your nose. But that doesn't help because I don't know, because if you breathe in through your mouth, you have like these sensors because the roof of your mouth and your nose are basically.
You'll
like,
basically taste it.
You'll taste it instead of smell it. So I'd
There's
rather it go through your nose. Yeah.
Scented cloth, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that one trick that they say for people who have never been around very bad smells, will shake. It's people who are dealing with dead bodies in their workplace. The ends, like the actual tabs of cigarettes, the filters, and sticking them up your nose works.
Like with like.
You've heard it here first.
Yeah.
You should see if they have masks, because you should wear your masks.
Wear masks, yeah.
Wear masks.
Stare directly at the camera.
Not secondhand ones though.
No, not secondhand ones.
I made that comment on like yesterday. I was like, yeah, it's a secondhand Louis Vuitton mask for the pandemic, and I was like, that's a bad idea. So if you washed it. So the so as we're kind of going in, I will be like looking out for either one, my papa's card if he is here. To anyone that that might know him, because like we dwarf merchants all know each other. Like, that's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's definitely an awareness of each other.
Yeah.
Sure. So as you
Mhm.
approach, you get up into the area. You guys will notice that perhaps it's the cleanliness of being in Hightown. Perhaps it's sheerly the distance away from the port, or just being on higher ground. You're not sure, but the smell's lessened up here.
Mhm.
Um, and there's less people pissing on the streets, maybe. But you head into the area of the Dwarven Merchants Guild that has the incredibly large, garishly large, but about the same height as they are when you go to the deep roads, the big dwarven statues that surrounds this area. And if you, Romy, is that your? If you do a perception seeing for me, just to do a nice
Yeah.
glance, maybe searching if you would rather for your focus.
They would be the same for me because I just gained the scene focus,
Okay.
actually. But we'll do. I will do searching.
Okay.
Not
All right.
13.
13 is okay.
Mhm.
Okay. You can see a few that you recognize. You don't
Mhm.
see your papa here.
Okay.
So you only really you can see a couple of faces that you recognize enough that they would know you.
Mhm.
And then if you were to get the names of some of the others, you would probably be like, I've heard of you at least.
Yeah.
'Cause you might not have necessarily all met each other, but you would know each other by name and trade because you're
Aye.
all members of the
Mhm.
guild. Yeah.
Yeah, I will approach somebody, one of the trade merchants stands. Maybe they're like a textile or something.
Yeah.
And someone that I definitely know knows me.
Yeah.
Do you want me to help you coming up with a name, or are you gonna make one up right now?
Oh no, it's fine.
Gotcha.
Hanor.
Yeah.
Hanor, like HNA.
Okay.
OR.
Hanar!
Oh, Robin. Hello.
Hey, how's it?
Been a long while.
Yeah, how long has it been?
Probably a couple years, maybe.
Couple years.
Since you've seen
yeah.
him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have happened to had seen Papa or been back to Isengard Azamar. Zamar in the past past couple of months, have you?
Past months? No.
Right.
Been here for just over a month actually. Traveled from further up north, so
Alright.
can't say I have seen him. You needing him for something?
No, last I saw him he was leaving Highever, so this might have been something on his thing. I hadn't been in contact with him for a while. Like I said, this sabbatical was to a place that I couldn't get into contact with him, so I mean, you know how dads can get.
Right. Yeah.
Like there was that one time I did a bender in Arlay for like a week, and they got a little.
Well, they just worry
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah. But just wanted to see if he was here, or if you have heard anything about where he might be.
Can't say that I have.
Okay.
Can easily start asking around, get some information if you need it.
Yeah, that actually would be like really good. Like if anyone had just come from Highever or maybe West Hill or something.
Highever.
Yeah.
I can definitely do that for you.
Cool. And if anyone know where he might be going, I can at least get a letter. Oh my god, I have chicken tenders and mac and cheese. Like,
exciting times all round.
I am so excited. Alright, so I will munch on that after my scene. It's like, yeah, cool. If I find you before I head out this way, how long are you staying in Kirkwall?
Maybe about another week. I'm waiting for a trade to go down to pick up some more stock to start heading off, and then I'm heading west.
Heading west. Okay, so you staying on this side of the water.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Not a
thanks.
fan of boats, really. Not a fan of boats. If I can avoid them, I do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually okay with boats. I can attest there are scarier things than boats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, thinking about it now. Sure. Well, if you hear or see anything, I'll come back and check with you tomorrow in the next couple of days.
Oh, sure.
What do you got selling?
Mostly textiles and ceramics at the moment, if you're interested.
Oh.
But
Oh, so is this the guy I got my pipe from?
Oh yeah. A nice decorative ceramic pipe? Sure. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. I was like, if you got any, mine's a little ashy. And I've been sharing a lot.
let me see.
Yep, and I hand it to him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you don't. No, none of this. Right, and he'll pass it back to you and pull out a very beautiful crafted box with a glass top. That shows a little collection that he has, and he'll slide them forward.
If there are any that are green or blue, that is Robin's motif, so she would be attracted to those.
Yeah, we'll say there's a nice one that has beautiful painted patterns. So it's white, but it's got a nice dark teal color that's sort of like painted mostly around the actual base of it. But
okay,
it's a nice looking.
Yeah, I tell you what, how much you trading this for?
For you. 4 silver. Only
4 silver? That's pretty good. I will take it. And I tell you what, if you can just I'll throw in another silver if I leave my old one with you and you just give it a good clean.
I can do that, yes.
So that I can so that I don't have to actually share my pipes anymore. I have to.
Yes. So it'll help it last a little longer. Don't suppose you've got any of that really nice beard oil, do you?
Oh yeah, I do. I definitely got some samples here for you. So like to trade. Yeah, there you go, bud.
I'm just going through his.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just going through his textiles while this conversation is happening and just touching all of the fabrics.
Yeah.
With my little paws.
Yeah. The nice embroidered feeling of it.
Yeah. Robin never actually carries like full things of stock. She always carries samples to bring them towards her dad's cart. You know where to get the full stuff.
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's been a little while though, so I've run out and nobody does beard oil like your family. So.
Oh. Yeah, well, you're welcome. So, and I, thanks. And I take my new pipe.
Of course.
Leave my old pipe.
Yes.
And I'm ending this so that I can eat.
Yeah.
It's lunchtime for.
It is lunchtime. So. That's fine. So, what you are feeling there, Faywin? There's quite a lot of rather interesting and exotic looking fabrics. There's some silks, and then there's more like sort of like this where it's got like the patterned velvet on it. So there's lots of very interesting tactile things to be running your hands over. It's very nice. There's one that's like embroidered with some gold thread. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, he's just touching everything.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying yourself there, Faven?
Find anything to your liking?
Oh, they're all so beautiful. Feel this one; it's so smooth.
I'm gonna wipe my hand off on my shirt, and then I'm gonna grab it.
She'll feel it. Yeah.
It's one of the silks.
Oh, I remember this feeling.
These are really nice.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of very beautiful things. I mean, it's mostly just like big trading amount of fabric rather than as like
a piece of clothing.
Fashion items. Yeah. He sells to the people that make the fashion.
Yeah. Could I try to see if he would sell me like a swatch of it?
What is it you're looking for? What do you
Oh,
need a swatch of?
I just need a swatch of a few of these. Just something small so I can show someone if that's all right.
Certainly. As a friend of Robin's, as I am assuming you are,
Yeah.
right? I can make you up a little. I have these, and he'll show you like a metal ring.
Yeah.
So I can attach a few onto there if you like.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Mhm.
How much would that
Uh,
be?
just if it's a decent amount for these fabrics, I'd say it's maybe a silver each for each of the
Okay.
swatches that you want.
Fabian, would you help me pick out 5 of these different uh textiles?
5 of them, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Are you going to make something?
Yes, I think so. Just help me pick out which one do you think feels the softest and or the most interesting.
Oh, all right. Um, and he'll take out a few of them.
Mhm.
These ones feel the nicest, but I don't know what you want them for. But there's very interesting thread on this one.
Okay. She will point out the ones he picked out and
Mhm.
tell the merchant that she would like those 5.
Yep. So he will get a few swatches of each of them, and you can just see him like slowly at a table, like punching a hole into each of them and securing the metal ring, and then
Yeah.
passes it over to you.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
She'll put it in her bag. 1 gold is 100 silver, correct?
In this game, yeah,
Okay.
I think this game is just the 100.
Okay, just making sure because we're switching between
As opposed to
systems
D and D,
sometimes.
which is 10s. Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
just yeah. No, it's 100.
No, but at least like I'm gonna be honest, this game gives more value to the gold because
It
of
does. Yeah,
So-
it sure does.
that. But yeah, she'll just do that.
Anything else?
I'm all good.
No, I mean, maybe you would know since you've been in the city for a bit. Any place that would wash clothes, because I've been in this for too long and it needs to get at least into a cycle.
Certainly. You get the impression he was about to say something like humorous and then isn't sure how it would translate to someone as large and human as you are, so he just leaves it.
Oh, he doesn't know that I would take a joke. It's okay.
He's like,
You're
I
very
don't want to
large."
offend you. Well, there are numerous places down in Lowtown that you could go and just have your clothes washed.
Okay, perfect. Lowtown, is it, Bella? Is that where we're headed?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll take you there. I should know like a place or two, right?
Yeah.
I might do that. Yeah, I'll take you there. One more.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're making your own musk.
Listen, I've been making my own musk for too long at this point. Robin had just been like scooping everything up every time.
Yeah, it stopped being a musk. It started being a paste. It's not good.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I still bathe and bathe mainly. So,
Mhm.
but my clothes.
Yeah. Your people are cleanly people, despite what people accuse you of. Yeah. Definitely. Yes. No. You'll see several places.
Perfect.
That she can bring you to. Yeah.
Yeah. So are we heading away now to Lowtown, or did you want to do something else, Robin, in the guild? Okay. She will take them to Lowtown, and as they leave, she'll hand the swatches to Faywin, and say, "Here, it helps any overstimulation sometimes, and it's something nice to feel."
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
You're welcome. My brother was like that when he was younger, always touching and putting he was restless at times, but you just need to have some focus on something. So sometimes if it gets too much, you could do that. As well, maybe one day we can get you a nice garment made out of one of those fabrics.
If I do anything to warrant such coin as that would take. These
You'd
are
be
so fine.
surprised. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Says the rest of the party who all have a lot of gold.
Yeah. I'm sure we could get you some coin to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You miss your brother a lot.
I do. It's been a long time since I've seen him.
And you're going to send him a letter today?
Yes, I will. I'm. I hope I'm not overbearing. You do remind me of him, but I do actually want you to be all right. And well,
I understand. I see it.
I just want to make sure that you're all right. I can't imagine the trauma that was what happened. And being this close to something similar with the amount of guards, I just want to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yes, but I have not seen very many Templar.
No, that is true. But still, they did say yesterday that we should be careful should we see Templars.
Yes.
Apparently, they're a bit on the loose now.
Yes, they don't have many regulations to constrain them now.
Yes. But yeah, you can have that. Let's go get some paper and some parchment and some inks. I can write some letters while we eat. We can go to the hangman. It's pretty regular, and we can get you someplace to wash your clothes, Arlen. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go. She'll just take them to the hangman.
You head to the familiar to you roads in Lowtown. You've been here enough times to at least know the path to the common places. It's not like you know it like the back of your hand, certainly, but you're aware of it. And you lead them to a building that doesn't look like it should be a tavern. Most buildings here kind of look the same. It's a bit of an oppressive kind of feel. They're all multi-story, which can be a little unusual for some of you. And it's just baked white, off color, cream rock, and lots of
brutalism.
metal. It's oof, yeah. In all sense of the term, it's brutalism. And this building appears to have multi-stories from the level that you're on, and also looks like there's more that go down. And there is a very large, it takes up about 2 of the stories, hanging from a higher level is what looks like a figure of a man hanging by 1 foot with a bag over his head, which seems to signify this as the Hanged Man Tavern. As you're led inside, there is that sort of comfortable feeling, I guess, of taverns. When there's lots of people, there's chatting, there's drinking. There's probably someone who's playing a little bit of music going on as well. People seem to be eating bowls of, that questionable brown that you're assuming is stew. But it's, it's a bit rough and tumble. It's very rough and tumble, but it's a tavern.
These are the places Bella would go.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She's gotta stay on the shadier side of things.
Yeah. And, it's been a while since you guys have been somewhere like this. Not since you were last in Highover, in fact.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, she will see if there's a table, and she knows Robin and her need coffee, so she's gonna order coffee, assuming it's still like morning, and see if they have at least bread and eggs or something, just basic breakfast,
Yeah.
or at least bread.
Oh, there's bread. There is bread. Yeah. You can definitely get yourself plates of, hunks of meat.
Yeah.
Hunks of meat is also quite a good dragging name. Um,
Next up, questionable brown and hunks of meat.
but yeah, you can get some.
We don't
It's
quite-
definitely food. It's hot.
Yeah, we don't question the meat. It's fine. It's meat.
No, no, and there's coffee that's like some people are into this coffee where it's clearly strong. It's a little bit gritty as well, but
Yeah.
it's gonna do the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, she'll get that for everyone because it would have been a while since we've had like a meal.
Yeah,
So
definitely am.
So just don't question the meat. That's fine. Here's some bread.
I never question the meat that goes in my mouth.
Maybe sometimes you should.
I know everything about that kind of meat before it goes into my mouth.
I feel like this is the time where I would spit take it.
Probably.
But coffee.
Yeah.
Just imagine like hot coffee going up your nose. It's awful.
I'm good, thanks.
While they're eating, like kind of like as they order things, Bella's gonna go up to the bartender, and ask, like she'll go up casually.
Mm.
I haven't been here in a while. When did the Templars start leaving?
He'll look around a little bit. If you can
She'll speak quietly.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. Roll a persuasion roll for me.
Persuasion.
Mm.
19.
19. Fairly recently,
Okay.
after, oh well, I take it you know what happened here.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
Seems there was a lot of quarreling going on, back and forthing. Things were very tense. Things still are tense here.
Mhm.
But the order, as best I can tell, have disbanded.
All right.
They still act out in their duties, but they're no longer in control by the Chantry.
Okay. And
Mhm.
how tight have guards been recently? I saw a big amount of them at the entrance.
Yes, well, between you and me, it seems all this, it's not really affecting us here inside the city, but
Mhm.
it feels like a civil war almost. It's a lot of fighting on the roads between towns out in the middle of nowhere, like, because the mages don't come into these, well, as best we know, they don't come into the cities. But no, they've all gone a bit wild, if you ask me.
And he's talking about the Templars.
Yeah, and mages, really.
Mages, yeah.
Yeah. Are you needing that particular information for a reason?
Just seeing I've been a bit out of touch with certain things for a while. I was off at a long job. Couldn't communicate with many people. Just general precautions.
Well, if you're regular folk that aren't getting up to no good in terms of that sort of thing,
Of course
nothing to
not.
worry about.
What
Some people
trouble
are,
could a little Olaf like me get up to?
Yeah.
I don't think he believes you.
Excuse me, sir. I am a highly respected daughter of a merchant here, and I only keep good company. Don't judge my friend here, please.
No, he's fine.
Hmm.
But it's thank you for the information.
Of course.
Any advice for either for making sure we don't get into unnecessary trouble?
Well, if you've travelled
Other-
in here via the
Mhm.
roads, you'll know exactly the sort of trouble I'm advising you to stay out of.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank
But
you so much.
just
Yeah.
things are a bit crazy out there now.
Lots of chaos, yes.
Yeah.
I've noticed. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions. What's your name?
Roderick.
Roderick. Thank you. My name's Bella. Then she'll shake his hand.
Nice to meet you, Bella.
Nice to meet you too, Roderick. And she'll then probably order one more round of coffee and then go back to the table with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll kind of talk about what she found out. Like the guards, it's mostly like the entrance. The Templars have disbanded. Mages and Templars, it's a little bit more tension between them on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is it like factions of Templars versus factions of mages?
well, they're not regulated by anyone anymore. So it's just I would guess you
Free
would.
for all.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
This is also news to you, Faye. When you last you had been aware of, the Templars had not yet disbanded. So
Just have to
Faye can
be-
make of that news what you
Yeah.
will.
We have to be very careful now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, at least we're not traveling by road and we can just travel by boats for now.
Oh yeah, absolutely better.
But still, I wouldn't suggest doing anything unnecessarily eye-catching here. She just sips her coffee.
I am 6 foot X, as large as a barn. I think I catch the eyes of a lot of people.
Not as much as our boy here, as I point up to Finch.
Oh, that's right.
Like, Finch is like standing in the corner, like all quiet as a statue. And I imagine, like, whenever someone passes by, like, he'll just like turn to look and cause like the person to jump, like, scared.
Like an automatic sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I didn't realize it was alive.
Yeah. It's definitely. I mean, it's a tight squeeze for Finch to be in here.
Yeah.
Getting in the door was tricky.
Yeah, I probably let them just like stay like outside the door as almost like a like they don't drink or anything, so it's
Yeah.
It is what it is, but
Go full sentry
I imagine every time that we hear someone go, "Ah!" It's just like they realize that French can move. And you know, maybe Robin is already taking a bet on how many times it's gonna happen before they get out. Like,
Yeah. Should be keeping a tab. Yeah. But yes, no, you're able to relax, decompress a little. You've had your
Write my
coffee and some
letters.
breakfast. Yes, you can write your letters.
I will send you actual letters in a day or
Okay.
two.
Okay. You now you may have to ask around for this.
Mhm.
You're gonna need to find another way of sending your crows. Traditionally, in the cities, you're gonna send letters
Through the chantry, right?
through chantries, yeah, because they'll have somebody who keeps the crows for the city. Provided there must be still somewhere in the city. You'll just need to figure out where that is.
Yeah.
now.
She'll honestly, like, if they're just eating and leaving, she'll honestly just ask Roderick, the
Mhm.
bartender. I just have a few
Um,
letters I need to send.
yeah, well, it depends. There's a building not far from the old Chandri that has sort of taken up some of the roles that it once did. People can go there and pray, and I believe they're running Ravens are there. But you've also got some with the Dwarven Merchants Guild.
Well, I think I might head there instead. Thank you again. She'll like tip him like 2 silvers.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a generous tip.
You're
Oh
very
wait, no,
welcome.
these are hundreds. I'll tip him like 10 silver. These are hundreds.
Yeah.
It's in
Yeah, I'll tip him
copper?
like 10 silver.
Mhm. Yeah, most of the things you're gonna buy in here is copper, so
Mhm.
the silver is he's thank you very much.
It's kind of like not like showing like here I have money, but like here, thank you, discreetly.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you can definitely do that.
She has stuff. But yeah, she will uh ask Robin if she can take her to send these letters real quick through the door of the Merchant Guild.
I mean, yeah, like I was, yeah, of course. That's definitely something we can do. So,
Thank you.
of course.
I
mean,
had one of them's a package, like a small one, and I didn't want it
ah,
to get lost
right,
and all that stuff. So.
right. I guess I better also write a letter to Dara. I mean, he's kind of
If you want.
so like the letter to Dara that Robin sent is just, "Hey, sup? I'm good. Hope you're good too." like, like with a heart that says Robin. like,
Aww.
that's about
Robin.
that's yeah, huh?
Could you
Oh,
tell him that I say
him.
hello?
Oh
Yeah, they used to
yes.
be of the same class.
Oh yeah, absolutely. P.S. like on the letter. Um, Also, we met somebody named Faywin, and he says he's from your clan. We believe him, and he says hello. Did you want to say anything else?
No.
Do you want to sign it with your name too?
All right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like hand you the quill and the paper.
Faywin signs an incredibly trained hand.
With his calligraphy.
His calligraphy.
Full on calligraphy.
Whoa.
It's got like that really
Marginalia.
decorative first letter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is fancy. You're gonna have to teach me that one.
I didn't know that before I went to the circle. He's not going to know what it is.
Oh, maybe you should put a little tiny one underneath that's like not your fancy handwriting, like one that he might recognize for the sake of like authenticity.
I don't think it would make a difference.
Okay. PPPS. Faywin learned how to write fancy. Here's what's up. Like, I have the writing focus now, so like I know how to compose a letter, but that's just how I compose them. Yeah.
I just got the calligraphy focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Can I send a letter to my aunt that's in Iowa?
Yes.
All right. I live.
I lived, bitch.
That's what I
You
was-
weren't expecting to see me.
Surprise, bitch.
Surprise, bitch.
Yeah. Bella's gonna send
Pretty
one.
much.
Yeah.
I live.
Bella's gonna send one to the elder. Very proper one. Not mentioning too many details. Like just wanted to check in that you're all right. But she will. It's almost like someone trying to catch up, but she will sign her name.
Mm-hmm.
She will send one to Rylan. Again, very vague. She has cryptography, and she would assume Rylan. He kind of works with.
He's a
what
little
she
bit
will-
criminal. You're right.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his
They're on
forte.
the same level. So so she sends like a cryptic message to him,
Mhm.
and a cash. Again, not one mentioning anything specific,
Mhm.
just kind of like, just got back from my really long, from my extended job. I hope that you're still there. See you soon. Signed, Bella. To Sharo. P.S. I hope your sister's doing alright.
Okay. They're all gonna be weirded out because they didn't actually know where you went. They all assumed that you died, so this is gonna be like really
On
fucking
the
trippy to be
grave.
like, hey,
Yeah.
we're just being on a job. Okay.
No, she's gonna like in like you know how you have to put together certain letters from certain words to put together a message. She's just gonna send
To
one to
Sharo?
Rylan. No,
Oh,
to
to Rylan.
Rylan and be like, we were in the fucking fade.
Okay.
We're bad, bitch. And I'm sure Rylan would say that to the
Everybody.
people. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but she doesn't think Sharon knows cryptography, so
No.
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 So she'd be like, what the fuck? So the important stuff is with Rylan, who can decode it, and then the other stuff is to let the others know that
Yeah.
we're fine.
He's the cipher. He'll let everyone
Yeah.
else know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yes, you can definitely write all of those letters. Crossing over the ocean, if you're just sending it by bird, they're going to be relatively cheap. Probably about 15 silver per letter if you're sending them individually.
Okay.
But it's up to you
well,
if you want to like bundle some together.
yeah, I'll bundle the ones in the for the alienage together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and she'll send one to her brother. It'll be a little bit of a package because she'll put like 2 gold in there.
Okay.
And she'll sign her full name.
Okay. So you're putting 2 gold in because obviously they can't. There's a limit to what the crows can actually carry. So if you're wanting to send something more expensive, it's probably gonna have to go by like a person.
I'll just send a letter.
But if it's a note that can go around the bird, I mean, they could probably carry something like a little pouch. But yeah, you just have to be.
Just send a letter. It's fine.
Okay.
So if she'll bundle the ones to the alienage, we can bundle Dara's in there as well. If you want, Robin, and then
Yeah,
I'll send mine to my brother, and then the other one is to Arlen's. So
And I'm also gonna obviously write some to my parents, but that's gonna go to Osmar. So
I'll pay so it's 15 for all the ones that are going to the alienage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pay for my thing. I don't want you to.
Well, I
overburden
can't
yourself.
bundle yours with mine.
Yeah, so that's fine. I'll pay for my own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you'll need a couple of crows. We'll have to go for that, but you'll be fine. You'll get them sent over with a few of them. The one to Antiva is going to cost close to a gold because that is a distance that they're having to go. They do send them up there. Absolutely, it just costs a little more because obviously they have to get their stockier long distance ravens.
I'll pay them the 1 gold.
Mm-hmm.
She parts way with it a little painfully to make sure they think she has no money, just in case word gets around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, that's Alison. You know Alison. You've met her.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, no, you can definitely get all of your various mails sent off. So people will be informed thusly that you guys have survived in a roundabout way. And you can send me the specific letters, especially the one to your brother about what that says. So.
I'll write those out to you.
Yeah. Okay. So that is done. You guys can go, like I say, doing it through the Dwarven Merchants Guild is probably going to be easier. That's why the costs were relatively reasonable. So yeah.
Yep. And how much? Because I had 2. So how much am I looking to take off?
It's 15 silver. Well, 15 silver per like birds. If you're putting a few messages onto the birds, then it's cheaper. So then you're just covering it with the one.
Okay, cool. And so we can all like there's at least me and for the stuff going to our elf friends.
I already paid for that one.
Oh, you already paid for that one?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
then
don't worry
I'll
about
just
it.
pay for the one going to my talisman. So,
Okay.
I need to rake up on the silver M a little, or at least go, I'll probably just trade. I'm just gonna trade a gold.
Yeah, just break a gold down into your
Yeah,
silver.
I went and
yeah.
got change at the bar.
They're like, woof.
Can you give me change for a gold?
Like most bars, they're like, oh yeah, I mean, sure we can have that change. Yeah,
Literally gives like almost all of the silver that they have made.
yeah.
But it's okay because it looks nice for them to go to their bank of like, look at our gold piece.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
less heavy.
Yeah.
Somebody dropped some serious bank in here today.
But
Yeah.
there are certain places that says we don't accept 50s or 100s, but it's like we don't accept a gold.
Yeah.
We don't accept gold.
Yeah, there's probably
Too
places
many
in here.
counterfeits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to go up to Hightown for the gold,
Mhm.
or head to the Blooming Rose, which we all know is the brothel here. Which I love. The actual imagery of the Blooming Rose is a rose where like the petals have opened slightly, and it's just a vagina.
It's a vagina.
Right, a vagina. Yeah. They know what they're selling.
Blooming Rose.
Are you googling
Blooming
Rose
it?
Rose.
logo. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Just
can
like
show you the world. But yes, no, that business is taken care of. Is there anything else you guys are looking to do?
Nope, I think we're just gonna maybe take it easy
Yeah.
until we
It's been a
hear-
rough few months.
Yeah, before meeting up with our new friends with their task.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sure. So there's various market stalls as well for those of you who have the bank to do so. Should you be looking to purchase anything? Other than that, there is delightful food stalls. I like to think they're really good at their street food in Lowtown.
Oh, Bella will definitely get like street food.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there's interesting sights to see around Kirkwall. Other than that, it would just be drinking. So before sundown, when you will be meeting the other group, is there anything you hope to achieve?
Get clean clothes, get some street food, and head to the alienage, I think.
Okay. Arlen, you were looking to have your clothes cleaned. That's really cheap. Like you're looking like 50 copper to get your clothes clean. You may have to change into something to give them the clothes that you're wearing.
Yeah.
Do I though?
We'll buy some clothes and then go put your clothes in the washer.
Okay.
So you're not naked.
Unless we just drop Arlen off at a public bath and then go get his clothes done.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think they can handle that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
Bella
they've
just
got
washed
like,
her clothes in the river.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. I want clean clothes.
No, the public baths are built to withstand humans of your size and Kunari that are much bigger, so you're good.
I guess that's what I would like to do. Get clean clothes and go to a bath.
Okay, you're gonna go to the bathhouse. Yeah.
Get treated just a little bit.
Anyone else
I'll
looking for a
serve
dip?
a little bath. Yeah, I'll take a little bath day. I think after being in the Fade for so long, we deserve a little me time.
Treat yourself,
Yeah, I'll show.
Treat
We'll be like,
yourself.
okay, Faywin, we're gonna take you to a bath. It's gonna be great. I know you've been like in the circle for a long time, but hey, now we gotta treat you. You gotta treat yourself.
Can I keep my head wrap on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Then it's fine.
Make sure you go in the
Yeah.
right sauna. Exactly, depending on what you want to hope to achieve out of this bathhouse now. You go to the Blooming Rose for that. Yeah, you guys are able to attend the public bathhouses. Get yourselves a decent soak.
Yeah.
Keep your head wrap on. Get yourselves cleaned. It's again probably not going to be much for that. So probably just a few copper, 2 or 3. I'm not going to count change on that. To get yourselves a nice and clean. And then you've got like your pretty much freshly cleaned socks to put on your feet after having a
Oh
bath.
yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know if they allow
best.
animals, but Andrea's in there. She's also taking a bath.
I don't know if they
Aw.
allow animals, but she's in there.
But yeah. This is my child, and she's coming with me.
Exactly. She'll be
That
like
means
in like
Francis
one of
comes
those
too.
like it's not really a bath, it's just a puddle that formed there. She's there.
She's in the puddle.
Sure, sure. I feel like if she had the opportunity to, she would definitely go in one of those baths.
Yeah.
Doggos love a good
That's true.
toasty water.
It's okay, guys. After this, then we'll be there'll be nobody else. It'll just be a private bath for us.
Yeah. As soon as the dog is in, they're like, "Oh no."
She deserves a little soak, okay? She's been a good girl.
Yes, yes. Delightful. So we have 2 elves, a dwarf, an avar, and a dog in the bath.
Sounds like the
Get
beginning
you-
of a joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely is. But yes, you can get a decent soak. Get your clothes cleaned. You can buy new clothes if you want. The thing that I love about this game system is that it actually has a pricing system for all kinds of items of clothing.
I will
which
buy
makes
some
me
new
happy.
clothes.
Yeah, we've got costs for sash. We've got a sash. We've got slippers. If you
I mean,
want some
now I want a
stockings. You know some stockings, Arlen?
No. Oh, Arlen, you should get some stocking. Make sure those like calf muscles look really nice.
I mean, look at them. I'm gonna start flexing my foot.
Yeah, but then you can get them like all shiny and stuff.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
just gonna buy like traveling clothes.
Okay.
She's a businesswoman.
Okay.
I don't need a suit.
Uh,
I would like one day, but this is just gonna get dirty.
we'll say like
Sloshed.
maybe 3 silvers for just a general sort of casual outfit for people. Anyone looking to go more extravagant, obviously.
Is there like a line
It's
where
like
it's like it's casual, but like it's pretty good? Like you don't have a lot of money, but these are pretty pretty
You'll have to go to Hightown for that, but yes, no, you absolutely could. There's one of those stalls that is just, like it's got like the bar that is just lots of different types of sashes and scarves for you to choose from.
Yeah, she's just wearing a nice shirt, like gets her armor all cleaned,
Okay.
gets Faywin like a nice shirt too,
Oh,
and some like new underwear for both of them. She's going all mom, and she also wants underwear because they've been wearing the same underwear for like 3 months.
At that point, you take them off, and they're just like ready with
Holes in
thing.
them.
exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, no, you absolutely can get yourselves kitted out into a nice outfit.
Okay.
I'd say if you're going like fancy, maybe go closer to 10 silver.
Yeah, it's not like fancy. It's just like nice casual clothes
Sure.
you can still travel with.
Good quality.
Good quality, yeah. I'll put down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can add that in however you want to put your outfit together. But yes, no, you can purchase that.
I'm gonna get something to like just regular travel clothes. I don't I don't need anything fancy. My good stuff is being washed anyway.
Yeah.
That's why I got some like nicer ones. So like my regular one, I have them, and then I have some like
Oh.
I want to feel a little like I'm not fancy, but they're good quality casual clothes.
Well, then
They
I might
last
want to
longer.
have a
They
good
last longer.
shirt.
Yeah.
Something fancier.
To put under your flannel.
Yes,
Okay.
for no
Yeah,
reason at all.
Okay. Well, you can leave your flannel open or like tie it around your waist.
Yeah. Good ideas. Good ideas. Well,
Yeah.
once again, you're helping me, and I like this
Welcome.
partnership.
Right? Don't worry. Soon, I can teach you all. I can teach you so much.
Friends
Arlen.
help friends get laid.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
flirted for you yesterday. I'm helping you with clothes now. It's going to be great.
Okay. Do you think she likes me?
Did you wake up with her?
yes. Were you able to
Yes.
make a meeting?
Then yeah.
As far as a meeting, no. I don't think we. No.
Did
we
you
just-
fuck?
No.
What?
No. No, we didn't.
Oh.
I just
Well,
held
then
her.
she really likes you.
Oh. Okay, at that point, I'm gonna put some water onto the stones, and it's hot in here.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, I think after that we can head out to the alienage.
Dump a bucket of cold water on myself.
All right.
All good.
Yes. As things start to grow dark, you can hang around in the section of Lowtown that leads to the stairs that lead to the alienage. Eventually, you do see the group of four that you met yesterday arriving. They seem to have various foods on sticks that they are eating. So like one person has like the corn, someone's got some meat on a stick. Yeah, they're like eating some snacky foods. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As they kind of come around the area and give you all a bit of a wave.
Hello.
Fancy meeting you here.
Sinead will kind of step forward to you all to do the talking. Have you had a good day?
Oh yeah.
We
Productive.
took care of business.
Took care of business. Got cleaned up. Ate some food. Sent some letters. We're good.
Got a new pipe.
Sounds relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we deserve it a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure after what you've been through, by the sounds of it, sounds like you needed a good rest.
Mm-hmm. But how was your work?
Yeah, fine. We've been following him. He's definitely here, staying with a friend in Hightown. He, he attended what I can only describe as a shopping event at a salon where, like, merchants brought things in to them to try and sell them rather than them having to go to the shops.
I hate rich people.
Yeah. And then he was having drinks with a friend during the day, and we've just left him because I'm not going in there to spy. And we said we would meet you at this time. He's popped into the Blooming Roast, so he'll be there for however much of the evening before
Probably
going
not
back to
too
his
long.
friends. But he does have he's got about four guards, attendants that travel with him. So
And were you able to find out where he was staying, or?
yes, we know the home of the person that he's staying with. We just have to be clever about how we do this. Decide when we're going to do it, especially if it's going to get into conflict and you guys have a. And she'll indicate her hand vaguely towards Faywin.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not enthusiastic about showing off his current abilities.
And I mean, we're not exactly traveling unnoticed and unquiet, and I'm gonna point to Finch.
Mm-hmm.
But, so you said he's in the brothel right now?
He is.
I mean, what if some of us retconned inside the brothel as customers?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for us to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
We at least know where he is. It looks
I
like
mean-
him and a few others were going there for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
People like to socialize there as well.
I mean, getting him alone would be the ideal situation.
Do we know his taste?
In that regard, no, we didn't go in.
Hmm.
But I imagine if we go in there and we see them talking, it will become apparent what his taste is.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I mean, it's really easy to slit someone's throat when you're riding their dick.
What?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Although where you keep the blade is
Right.
creative.
I mean, you can also break their neck if you're strong enough.
That's true. That's quite easy to do.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, Faywin.
I like they was
I'm just saying that if they're on all fours, you're behind them, it's already there.
Or like that's like the other thing. It's like if you have somebody else riding his dick and someone is hiding under the bed with a knife.
Yeah, but then we need to like have the prostitutes like help out.
Or you just
Which,
get a job.
I don't think they want to murder in their own business.
Or you can just get a job there.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I mean, you know,
I feel like I would have to go, like, if we got a job there, any of us, I don't know if you're meaning specifically me.
Yeah, no, not like you as
Okay.
in the royal you.
As a royal,
yeah. The
yeah.
royal you. Yeah.
And we might have to go through a few clients.
We have a lot of gold.
Yes.
So are you
can
saying we do
manipulate
the
a lot of people with a lot of gold.
Knife marking.
wow?
Like if we can talk to, I mean, brothels aren't exactly also like they're a legitimate thing, but you know they're also what they are in the things that happen in them. You know,
This one has like a reputation.
Yeah, but what stays in what happens in Kirkwall stays in Kirkwall. Like we all know this.
Yeah, I never heard of Kirkwall, so.
I don't know. Robin's making assumptions, but you know what happens in the brothel stays in the brothel, kind of thing.
If we have,
Mm-hmm.
if we have a lot of coin, couldn't we procure a room near where they are?
Yeah.
I mean, we could also like, okay, if we know where they are, if we find out their taste, there is I've done it before. You just so happen to be where they are. You dress really nicely. You flirt with them. You take them back. They don't have to pay for sex, so they're like all up for it. And then people get impaled in more ways than one.
Yep.
You would have to compete with the professionals.
That's a good thing Arlen took that seduction.
Wait, I just.
They might not have a big Avarlad on their menu, so
That's true.
you might be able to appeal to a certain niche market.
I am the pièce of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, like you said, you know how to work wood.
Darling, I know how to work wood with a knife and an axe.
That's exactly
what
we
we're
need in this
looking for.
situation.
Me and my big mouth.
That's good that you have one, though.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Well,
Like, I'm gonna look at Faywin. This is a common occurrence. We do this to him all the time. Like,
You're lucky. I love you all.
it should be fair. You could just hide a knife in your beard.
Hold on. No, just crumbs from breakfast.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Can I have a comb, please?
I hand you a comb because we all know
Thank
I have
you.
one.
if you're all wishing to go through with something along those lines, I am more than happy to have you guys take care of that.
Did you have a better idea? Like, what was your?
No.
Okay.
I just I mean, we were gonna wait and just find somewhere convenient to perhaps do this, but
Or just
you know,
jump him? I mean, sure.
I need him dead. I don't need to be the one to do it. So if you want to take care of this, and in return we'll do the favors for you. But I'm not going to pretend that I work there, so
No, that's fair.
you guys can go ahead and try to.
I don't.
take
That's
that on.
not going to be the easiest plan, though.
No.
Well, it does involve a lot of mischief, which is very attractive to me at the moment.
Plus, I'm pretty sure they have like uniforms or something.
Yeah, it's called naked.
I was gonna say pasties, but okay.
You know, we could just jump him.
Could just jump him.
We could do
Yeah.
the helpless maiden that gets chased by a big burly man, and then by doing that, we separate him from his crew, and then we just
I don't
stab.
think they'll the type to care, unfortunately.
Oh,
Maybe not a big burly man, but a monster. And I look up at Finch.
poor Finchy.
Again,
Yeah.
Is
They might not
if the
care about
nobles
a
care.
monster?
you're going to make him think he's a monster.
I don't know. Like, he's been noticed. I don't want to use him. Like, that's
Oh,
like the
yeah.
other thing is that, like, you know, he should definitely, like, they should definitely not be anywhere near what we're doing just because if, you know, it's like, if they see it, it's like, well, I saw the glowing rock man that stands still until you say hi, kind of thing. So we might want to establish our inn where we're gonna sleep so that it's like, well, she doesn't go anywhere without the big guy, so I guess that, like, to keep suspicion away from us, we can actually use that.
Yeah, I mean, we might.
And then we
Okay.
jump him.
Yeah. Well, if we jump in, it's gonna have to be a place where it's not a lot of people, because then they'll be like, "Oh no, there's fighting." Especially in Hightown, they'll be like,
Yeah.
the guards
Yeah.
there are like actually competent with rich people.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Finch is not exactly stealthy.
you know, I at least have an idea to retcon in there and figure out what to do. I'm making new lubrications. I have samples.
Bear
could also-
musk.
Yeah, you could also say
Spider
bear musk.
venom.
Spider venom to keep them looking young.
It causes like a nice sensational tingly feeling, and some people like
Yeah.
that.
It's true.
And once once we
Beard
do some,
oil.
yeah, once we do some retcon in there, I think we'll have more information on how to approach this. So
Okay.
I could go in alone, or I could go in with an assistant.
I would say go in with an assistant.
I'm gonna look at the other group. Does anyone want to be my assistant, or am I relying on Flannel up here?
What?
I'm not taking in the elves.
Oh yeah, good point. I'll be your assistant.
Okay.
Just make sure his hair is really nice. He just got that bath. He just got some nice clothes. It's
Listen, I just gave him
It's
the cone.
goofy.
Like, God, come down here.
What?
Like-
I'm gonna kneel down. Oh, I'm sorry. I
It's
didn't think
fine,
about my.
yeah, man, I have to like get entire bottles just for your mane. Like,
Well, next time you come across the stuff, let me know and I'll pay for it.
yeah, you'll pay for it, all right.
What? No, I didn't mean that way. I meant with coin.
No, I meant it that way. So, all right, you're all slick now. All right, let's.
I'm just gonna glance at Sinead.
She's invited. I don't know what you're talking about. So with that, yeah, Robin, if there's no objection, Robin is down to retcon as a sales rep inside the brothel.
Do you want Finch to stay with us?
Yes, please. Finch, stay. Keep doing what you've been doing. It's hilarious.
Well, if you have him stay right here, will he stay right here in this spot, or will he like follow us?
Finch, hang out with Bella. Make sure she's all right.
Okay.
Cool. Like,
Will he
protect Bella
follow
like
my
you would
command?
protect
Okay.
me.
Oh, thank you.
See? It's cool. Like, go ahead.
Okay.
Please.
Come on, big guy. And she'll pat his like hand that you can reach.
Finch holds a hand out because normally Robin holds his hand and takes him around.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll hold his finger because it's probably huge. His little finger.
Yeah, you big lad, big stone sentinel. Yeah.
I always just like hold the tip of his finger. Like-
Yeah. Will he follow my instructions?
Yes, because he's protecting
Okay.
you like
Okay.
you would protect me. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just I'll pretend this is his finger.
I'm gonna
Pretty much.
I'm gonna get like I'm gonna kind of stoop there and like go through my bag and like kind of rearrange because it's I haven't like organized it in a while, so I'm gonna organize things and like I'm running a little bit low, but that's okay. There's the honey, and I'm going to like essentially do a little mixology with some of the ingredients to make a quote unquote new product that
Okay.
I'm selling. So like maybe like the honey and the spider venom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, you can come up with some kind of concoction.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we roll for that. Is it crafting? I think it comes under
I
crafting.
think so. Let me look under my
Poison making.
Yeah,
Poison making.
it's crafting because it's making items with manual skills.
Yeah. Let me look at my.
Robin, you could pretend that you have basically a Viagra and make it poison and just sell it to him.
Oh my god. I have.
That's evil.
I have natural lore, which might help me a little bit with some stuff, but I don't have like anything in like crafting.
Yeah, no, natural lore would be more the actual collecting of things and figuring out what they can be used for in terms of actually making something.
What is crafting?
It's gonna be
what's crafting listed under?
dexterity.
Dexterity. So what happened? I accidentally put enchantment twice. It looked like. So I'm gonna for one of the things that I ended up getting. So I'm gonna put crafting on. So I'll roll dexterity with focus. So just add 2 with it. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. So it'd be like a 19 total.
Yeah. Absolutely. You craft something pretty good. What its purpose is? I mean, are you making it to have a purpose, or are you just?
Yeah, I am making it
pretending.
I am making it to have a purpose, just because like that, like I know like what you can use for lubricants and lotions and like massage. That's what I'm making. I'm making a massage oil.
With,
Don't
like
put
the
honey in your
tingly
private
kinda...
parts, please.
Yes.
Don't put, yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm making
that's good advice.
I'm making a massage oil.
Okay.
Which I assume a lot of people use at these. I know that a lot of people use at these places.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So you craft a little concoction and then head off with Arlen. Before we go on to your particular scene, what are our elves doing?
I would like to. I'll take Faywin with me and kind of show him around, like alienages and like where. I assume Bella has been here before. If she was in Kirkwood, because she would have stayed there. Would I know someone I could make as a contact? Like work towards that?
I mean, you would. It's kind of it's later on in the evening enough where people are kind of inside places, but you could go to one of the more public rooms or areas to try to make someone. I don't know if there's anyone. Basically, you would just roll and then tell me the sort of contact you're wanting to make, because that's usually how that dynamic is meant to work, rather than having it being an NPC that already exists and then attaching it to them.
I can do that.
Although we've so you roll your I believe it's communication persuasion, is it? It should say in your thing for creating a contact.
Yeah. Communication persuasion. Please work. 15?
15,
I don't know
believe
those stuff points. Yeah.
15 is usually the starting point for DCs for contacts, I believe. So yeah, you can have what kind of contact are you looking to
just
find?
Someone that would like I could like stay with for like if I needed to, just so we have somewhere to hunker down, and that they might like be a person that they know, like news and stuff like that. If you need like certain, not super deep information, but just what's going around that people
Okay,
might
so it's
need
just
to
a
know.
safe house and information sort of.
Yeah, with a 15, I don't think she would get anything that's super like.
No, you can't. 15 is a good. This game system, because it's 3d6s, it's not like D&D.
Oh.
11 is a pass. So anything higher than 11, you're slowly going up the
Okay.
the scale of successes. So
Could it be someone similar to Rylan?
uh yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, you just need to decide what sort of role, what kind of contact it is that you want this person to be, rather than just being someone who does lots of things for you.
Okay.
It was a little different when we created the contact with Riley, because
Okay.
he was an NPC that already
Yeah.
existed. So it can be someone with criminal contacts, if that's what you're
Yeah.
looking for,
Yeah.
or that sort of thing. So you just decide what role you want this person to have, and then
Uh, yeah. Then I would say criminal contacts. So they would know things. Yeah.
okay. So someone who's got connections to the criminals
Yeah.
of the city. Yes, we can do that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
So you can have a person like that. It's an interesting thing, because obviously that what we've just done is what the book tells you contacts should be in terms of rolling. We've changed it around where it was like NPCs that you were then making into a contact, but I am happy to have a bit of both. Okay. Yes. So you can write that down. That you have a contact within the alienage here.
Okay. But yeah, if anything, I'll just hunker down with Faywin and Finch. If we don't have like a room, we could be out in the public area.
Finch is gonna have to be outdoors.
Yeah. It's out.
I mean, if you think like that he's gonna struggle to get into regular doors.
Yeah,
of the alienage,
elf doors aren't.
Mm.
Yeah. No. We'll hunker down in a public area until Robin gets back. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's anything Faywin would like to do that I could specifically.
I don't think Faywin would know the first thing about what he would like to do, so he's happy to just be to just follow you like a shadow.
Yeah, it'll be like kind of like getting drinks and food as well. And if I know like people passing, I'll be like, hi, and I'll introduce
Yeah.
you or stuff like that.
Yeah, it's probably a little overwhelming, Valen, because this will be your first time in an alienage.
Oh, right, yes.
Because you went straight from clan to circle to fate. So there's
Yeah.
been no inner city
Yeah.
alienage contact at all. This is
Yeah.
overwhelming for a few reasons for him.
It's pretty depressing, to be honest.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll ask is like, is this your first time in an alienage?
Of course.
Ah.
I knew they existed, but
Well, this is how the other half of elves live. So
why do they do it?
it's not because we want to. It's there are not many places to go when you've been displaced. And while it looks sad, it's a pretty good sense of community. And a lot of people here have lost many things, or they are born here. I met Phelan from your clan after what happened to your clan. Many clanless elves end up here as well.
He came to a place like this?
Yeah. He no longer resides there, but he stayed there for a while with me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound... It's just that well, it seems very strange to live this way.
I can try and understand that. I myself was born and raised in an alienage back in Antigua City, so learning how Dalish elves was strange to me as well.
And I don't mean just this place, but the city itself.
Yes. Well, this city's a bit different. I mean, every city will have its own thing and then it's alienish. But this one, it's a bigger city. A lot of shady stuff can happen here, and this was where the slave trade for Tevinter was conducted, and that history doesn't just wash away sometimes.
And so many people living so close to one another. Uh, the only time I lived like that was because I was forced to. So it seems strange that
Some people are forced to live here. Most of us are. Like I said, it's not really a choice until you have nowhere else to go. The city would rather push all the elves into one space, keep them all together. It's easier for them. And we feel more comfortable in the community of elves than humans or others. Many are displaced, they come here, many are born there, out of, again, not by choice. It is a result of what happened to our people.
but it is good they have each other. I can see that.
Yes, there is a very strong community sense in these places. Dara and what's left of his current clan are in an alienage back in Highever, which is where we're trying to get.
Oh,
His current clan was attacked as well.
attacked by who? The people who worshipped the old gods, you said.
Yes. Elves within their own rights. That we're trying to summon something.
Well, I hope we make it there to check on him.
Yes. I'm hoping to check on a few people there. I don't think they know what's happened to us. We were just there and gone in another second. So, for all we know, they think we're dead. That's why it was important to me to send out the letters. I know we will be at sea for a little bit, and hopefully the letters get to them before we reach them. But I'm hoping it'll be good for you as well to see some familiar faces.
Yes. It was so nice to be out in the wilderness again, but now I know the Templars and the rebel mages are out there making it unsafe on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
What a mess.
It is, but the world's always been a mess. You just have to learn how to navigate it. And we'll help you with that.
I know. I'm getting used to it, but I know in my heart that an unsafe freedom is better than otherwise.
There is risk in freedom, but is better than the safety of oppression.
Yes, that is what I meant to
Yes.
say.
So I've navigated these waters, so to speak, for a while. And while I'm not the best, I know some tips and tricks, and Robin and Arlen have as well. And we'll be there for each other. And we'll be there for you.
Are we all spending the night here.
We might have to if our job is not done with tonight, which I don't think so. I think we're just going to get some information tonight. Usually, alienage people stay in each other's houses. They're pretty open. But yeah. Would you like a drink?
Yes.
Maybe something a little less strong than wine.
Perhaps. Well, I could go slower.
Yes.
I was very excited last night. I would drink
imagine.
anything you gave me.
Well, how about we get you some? I feel like the alienage would have like their own type of street food,
Mhm.
or places to eat that are like kind of those cultural kind of type of melting pot type places.
Yeah.
Uh, let's get you some good food and a nice drink. Yeah, I
Yes,
might
I'd
have
like
some
that.
warm cider. That'll be good. And she'll just kind of take him to go get food and drinks with holding Finch's hand.
Finch will follow as much as he can.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the food is made with much simpler ingredients, but you don't need expensive stuff to make street food. If anything, street food actually is born out of poorer areas normally. So you can get some decent food and drink while you guys wait for the two salespeople who we will
Sale.
switch over to now. Sale. As you guys make your way back up the extensive flight of stairs towards Hightown and swing to the left to get towards the ever delightful
As we,
Blooming Rose. It's not too far from the Merchant's
Yeah.
Guild, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, as we're heading this way, Robin is gonna like kind of, sorry if I seemed like I was like cock blocking you or something back there. If things don't go well, I will do my best to like fix it for you.
I don't think you're cock blocking me.
Okay. Like
No,
girls are weird, so
oh
I
please,
don't
men
know.
are weirder, and you know it.
Yeah, kind of, but we're all a little bit weird.
But yeah.
all of us in between. But like just in case, 'cause I didn't mean to like out. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go sell some massage oils, and I'm gonna like put like my bag like front facing on you, so that way when we go in, I'll just like reach into the pouch and like pull it out and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's
Like,
gonna be your glamorous assistant.
You're my
That reminds me when I
glamorous
had all my
assistant.
cousins.
You just held them like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We had a front-facing pouch with the kids like facing forward, so that we could still work.
Ah, like a marsupial.
Yes. What?
Oh, there are these animals that they have their babies like this big. Like they come out this big, but so instead of becoming big inside of like the womb, they get born and then they crawl inside this pouch and they suck on the teat there and they grow inside of there.
Oh, fascinating. That's very unusual, but it's natural.
So I met somebody who had, I believe it was called an opossum, and
Oh.
there was like a traveling merchant that had some, and they were very ugly. But in like an endearing way. So
Okay.
yes. But all right. I kind of dust myself off and stretch, and it's time to get my sales voice on.
Is my hair okay?
Yes, I just did your hair. It's perfectly fine.
I know, but I worry about my hair sometimes.
I worry about your hair too. That's what got us into this moment in the first place.
I know. But all right, we'll talk about that after we do the mission.
Right, we
Game face on.
We are retconning, so as I'm doing a lot of the talking, I'm just gonna need you to be perceptive and watch if you see this guy. I'm assuming we got a description of what to look for, right?
Yeah. If you had inquired, he is human, dressed in more Orlesian fashions, than you would typically see here. Um, Tan skin, long, sort of dirty blonde hair. Um, has a snooty, entitled air to him, is what she said. But then that kind of describes a lot of them. So,
Right.
um, but but yeah, no, she would let you know, and also let you know that he, whilst dressing more in the Orlesian fashions, she has not seen him since they left the Orlesian border. When they have been able to see him, he is not currently wearing his mask, so you'll be able to see his face.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because obviously,
And
masks add a whole
traveling
other.
with guards too, right?
There are guards who are equipped as if to just be like entourage, but she reckons they're armed and ready to fight.
Cool. So we kind of know what to look for. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna go inside the Bloomin' Rose.
Okay.
Just
yes. You head inside. I kind of wish we had the rights to play the music, because I dig the music when you go into the Blooming Rose, personally.
Oh, right. I mean, here's the thing.
But we do not.
I could turn it all the way down and you could still play it, but so that everyone else can hear it.
Yeah, no.
I know.
We're good.
Yep.
It's all good. But yeah, you head inside to well, I'll put on more taverny music at least for you.
Yeah.
So you head inside. It's fragrant in an not overly overpowering kind of way, just what to expect. There are a couple, when you first kind of enter, there's like a few people who are standing there ready to take you inside and guide you in. You can see a secondary door that leads to what looks like the main area, because the door is currently open. And you can probably catch from the side, there are clearly a couple elven servants in that really strange garb that they wear when they're there, of like the cream trousers and the headscarves. But there is someone who is standing there and kind of gives you both a bow of the head. Good evening, and welcome to the Blooming Rose.
Hail, I am Rama Kadric, representing Stone's Throw Apothecary out of Ozamar. I believe we might have done business before with you.
Perhaps I can say that I recall, but I don't keep the books on those things, I'm afraid.
Hey, not an issue. This is my assistant, Arlo, and we are...
looks up. Yes.
Yes, and he is quite useful. And
many things, I'm
was
sure.
wondering if you would be interested in some possible samples of the new massage oil product.
Well, myself.
Well, not the establishment.
Possibly not. Yes, I can bring you inside and you can speak to our madame, but
Absolutely, that would be wonderful.
Certainly. Do come in. You can also recline in the lounge area if you wish while you wait for her.
Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Arlo?
I look at their snapping fingers. I'm like, oh, okay, that's my cue.
Well,
okay,
that's me. But the person will kind of lead you in, and you can see a large area. It's set out almost like a tavern space. There are many tables and chairs here. There is a bar area. There are people standing and talking, sitting and talking. Lots of light-hearted chatter, laughter. There's music going on. There's more than enough giggling going on as well. And you can see stairway that kind of leads off and up towards the back. That clearly takes you towards the rooms. But they will lead you over and direct you towards a set of table and chairs. You may sit here, and I will go and fetch Madame Lucine for you.
Thank you very much. And I guess kind of
Pleasure.
like in this moment where we're left alone, it's when we'll take our first at least look around. Yeah, to see what stands out, if anything. Looks like even maybe one of the guards that are hanging out here.
Perception. Searching for this, because you're looking. Are you looking specifically for him, or are you just doing sweep the room to get the general lay of the land?
Very specifically for him, because anyone
so searching
with him. Yeah, for me anyway.
Yeah. Perception searching for me.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna take a lay of the land just to see what I can
Okay.
see.
Certainly. Perception seeing for me, please.
Oops. 14.
It's okay.
I forgot to click
Um,
seeing because it's new.
That's okay. That's okay. So the 14 there, Robin. It will take you a little minute. There's a few tables that are just like have gatherings of a cluster of people who are talking with people who are very clearly staff here. So it'll take a little bit, but eventually you'll see someone. It's kind of an angle, so it's a bit hard to judge, but you can see that there's the slightly longer, dirty blonde hair. Does appear to be human by general height, so you reckon that could be him over there. Arlen, I'll say you probably get about halfway across the room doing your sweep, but there's many, not naked, but in lingerie, various beautiful men, women, and others in here. So it's like.
This is distracting.
Distracted. You start your sweep to like. I wonder if there's any threats here. Ooh, this place is.
This place is packing.
Yes, in all terms of the word. Yes.
Are everybody still sporting their weapons? Because I know we just came in
12,
with our weapons.
Yeah. Hard to say. It looks like a couple people maybe have like a polite dagger at the hip that some people tend to carry. Not necessarily that they feel that they might need it in here, but the getting to and from here perhaps. But there's nobody like packing great axes necessarily. No.
Okay.
Okay.
I will kind of give, hopefully before the madam comes, like kind of give Arlen like a slight little nudge of the elbow, and when you look down at me, I'll do the little head tilt towards our guy's table.
And I'm not gonna look right away because that's the first mistake you always make. I'm gonna take my gaze and slowly move it across the room.
Yeah,
to where
you're
she
looking for
pointed.
customers. Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of things to look at. It's not unusual to peruse in this room. But you do eventually spot the table that she is talking about. You can see this man. There does appear to be a few other people sitting around in that area, talking, chatting. There are, I would say, about 3 of the people who are there that are working. He currently has someone who is sat next to him that appears to be an elven female that's kind of like leaning on his arm and talking to him and laughing. But there's a general sense that they are there conversing and enjoying themselves rather than eyeing up and getting ready to actually go and procure any business here. So that is what you managed to spot. And I would say it's probably just before you get a woman who comes over. She is dressed in clothing that is fancy for the area, for Kirkwall. She's definitely dressed quite well. She has white hair. She's an older woman. And having to stick to the ridiculous graphics in Dragon Age of horrendously colorful makeup on. Just purple and pink, like really harsh
like
blush.
Straight
she's
up
pale.
80s makeup.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Bold colors, but like she's very pale and her hair is white, so it stands out. And she'll kind of come over and give a bit of a tight nod of her head. I believe you are here to see me, correct?
Correct. And I will kind of go through the whole spiel again. It's like, I am Robert from Stone's Throw Apothecary. I have been doing some traveling, and I have actually come upon a new formula that I think might be of interest to you for a massage oil for your establishment.
Oh yes. What's interesting about it and different to other massage oils?
There is a slight tingle and youthfulness as a result.
I see. Might I be able to test some? She'll kind of hold out
Absolutely.
her hand.
And I'm going to open up the thing, and I will have my lovely, like, one of the sample bottle concoctions, and I will just, drizzle the appropriate amount that you would need to feel on your fingers, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. She'll kind of rub it into her hand and inspect it. I hope this won't cause any harm on my skin.
Oh no, I actually, as you can see, tested it on my assistant here, and for such a hard-working man, his skin is flawless.
You're very tall.
Yes, I come from very tall people.
Hmm.
When I grew up, instead of being smacked on the head, it was kick on the rear. Made me grow.
I enjoy surrounding myself with my opposites.
Don't we all?
Mhm.
What, where is it that you are from?
She's asking
The-
you, Arlen.
I know. I was just looking at the map because I
Okay.
forgot exactly the name of the place. It's the Frostback Mountains, right?
Frostback Mountains, yeah.
I'm from the mountains in the south, very south from here, in Ferelden.
Oh, you're one of those Abar.
Yes,
Hmm.
correct.
Well, you know, if ever you get bored of carrying a bag around for our dear Robin here, she'll kind of look at you and that's your name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're ever looking for work where you can earn fabulous coin,
I told you.
I'm sure there's a market for someone as big as you.
Oh, do you need any kind of building material? Or I mean, I can chop wood. I can make all sorts of tools.
Mm.
What?
I'm gonna exchange a look with this madam, and I keep him because he's strong and pretty. Like that is the look that I give her.
I understand. No, are you
Yeah.
good with your hands though, dear? Chopping wood? Are you good at applying this sort of oil to people?
Fucking you were going with this. I rarely get to apply the product on other people but myself.
Oh, that's pity.
Would you like me to apply the product on your hand?
Oh, certainly. That's not what I was asking for, but I won't say no.
Boss, may I have the bottle
I
or
just
container?
am like, be as gentle as you are with the kitten, unless you need something different, right? And I wink at the madam.
She'll smirk in return.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with delicate, and I will do my best to grab a pea size of the sample,
Mhm.
apply to her hand, and just
Mhm.
rub in circular motion with 3 fingers. Nothing more, nothing less.
Do you get to roll your seduction roll now?
Oh shit, that's right. I forgot about that. I just got it. Okay.
Sure, if that's the angle you're taking with it.
Yes. 17.
I'm so proud of you.
Me too.
Oh, he is very good at this. You should have him doing this more often.
You know, that's not a bad idea. Do you think that, because if you like it, great, but I would also like to gauge the interest of some of your patrons.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I mean, I don't normally sample the goods that we have on offer here, of course.
Right. Would it be too intrusive if we talk to some of the ones that seem like they're about to have company tonight and see if we could perhaps evaluate how they feel?
About the massage oil, you mean?
Yes. I feel like this is
Certainly.
Okay, good.
Maybe, yeah. Well,
I'm right in your seduction roll, buddy.
yeah.
Ride like the wind.
If you think it is going to help us acquire business, then I won't say no.
Right. I just wouldn't want to sell you something that wouldn't, because everyone's taste is different. So I want to make sure that your clientele does, in fact, enjoy this. And if it does, perhaps we can set up an order form.
I think that sounds appropriate, as long as you don't bother them. And if someone is clearly busy on the job, then don't interrupt.
Absolutely. We'll just go maybe like clockwise, and I think that'll so we're not picking and choosing anyone, you know, unless there is somebody here that you think would really want to buy a lot of it.
A client, you mean?
Yes.
Well, if they're going to buy it and you're trying to apply it in here, then I will, of course, expect to take a cut of those profits.
Exactly. After all, you are the distributor.
Well, yes, we could perhaps sell the bottles. I will consider it, but you can speak to those that it seems appropriate to.
Thank you so much, madam. Much appreciative. I will check back with you when we're done. Or would you prefer if I did my rounds, leave a small little evaluation form, as I have prepared those as well, and maybe come pick them up in the morning?
Yeah, so if you want to leave some samples, my people know how to use oil like that. They'll know what they're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you. So I'm going to be the questionnaire, because I do have the writing thing now, so I'm assuming, and I have set up a pretty good questionnaire, but like one of the questions, because it's like, name who's your favorite, like your name, or like your, not even like your name, so that way that you, the client can stay anonymous because they're in the brothel, but the name of your favorite, the name of the person that used the oil on you, and would you consider using them again, yes or no, as a way to like figure out if homeboy's coming back and using his lady friend again the next night, kind of thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand where that line of questioning is going.
Yeah, that line of questioning.
Yes.
Like, it looks way more professional, the parchment, than I can say it in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand what you're trying to get with the forms, absolutely. So yes, you can do that.
Okay, and yeah, so I will have, like, Arlen follow me, and we won't go to this guy, like, immediately, because that is sus. He'll be, like, third. We'll go to him and his table third, and be like,
okay.
Pardon the intrusion. I am Robin Cadrick with Stone's Throw Apothecary, and the madam has given me permissions to hand out samples of our new massage oil. Would you be interested in having your, and I point to the woman that, or the man, the elf that is tending to him, would you like to sample it with your favorite, I'm assuming?
He is like watching you, like he's trying to get a measure of who you are and why you've approached his table.
It's a sales pitch.
Yeah. Roll a persuasion to see how good you're doing at it.
Could I possibly do an etiquette or a bargaining?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do etiquette. So
yes, we allow bartering for focuses here.
Oh.
Nice. Okay. He's still, doing a bit of the old, who are you? And he pauses, opens his mouth like he's gonna say something, but then the elf, who's a female elf, she's got red hair, kind of interrupts before he says anything and be like, oh, that does sound nice, you should get that. I'm very good at massages. And he'll quirk a little eyebrow as he looks at her, looks back at you. Perhaps, is this something you are just offering?
They are free samples for a possible business venture, and we are taking volunteers and volunteer evaluations in the morning, if you, of course, you would like to give us feedback on how it made you feel. I have a questionnaire, and I actually hand it to the elf.
Okay. Yeah, she'll reach and take that. Yes. banana in his hand.
I'm assuming like this is actually something that kind of happens somewhat on a reg in places like this. Like,
Possibly,
yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that it does, at least for her.
She knows what you're doing. She's fine.
Mhm.
Certainly, you will understand my caution to perhaps ask just to see you demonstrate some of that so we know it doesn't cause an irritation.
Oh, absolutely. Assistant, here's my hand. like, you can go ahead and do the whole. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. Forearm, please. Go ahead.
Mhm.
He's very good.
I'm going to do
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Okay.
of the solution. I'm just gonna rub on the arm.
I am having flashbacks of that river.
It flows like water.
Mhm. He'll watch. You can tell that he is looking at your arm just to make sure that it's not something that is going to
Mhm.
cause any kind of reaction. Because he. Would you know this? You do a cultural lore check for me.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a cultural lore, but that would be
So just a cunning. Yeah.
a cunning.
Cunning.
Yeah.
Mhm. Not bad.
Mhm.
You at least understand, as a traveling merchant,
Mhm.
that given that he is from Orlais, Orlais is a place that interesting underhanded techniques is very common. They have the game there. They have their bards who are spies and assassins, and you know, like so. You have to be very clever and careful with people who come in and try to charm their way into giving you something or having you drink something or trying something to eat. So he's being very careful. But your arm seems fine, so he'll nod his head.
I will present it. It's like you may feel if you'd like.
All right. So he'll take your arm, he'll inspect it with his fingers and kind of rub a finger over it to feel what it feels like on his hand. All right, we can try that sample.
All right, and you know, I sort of give a nod, and I will pick up the evaluation form in the morning. And you know, I'll sort of there's even like a room number like listed on like, but that's why I gave it to her and not to him. Kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, well, thank you, and I'm gonna do this spiel with like a couple other tables. I made 5 bottles, so that he was like the third one. So like, the more you use it, and once we're done, I will reconnect with that. I was like, well, thank you. I will come back again tomorrow, and hopefully things all went well, and we can get that order for you.
Thank you for your business.
Thank you for yours.
And you can see her like leaning in and whispering something to him, and he'll like smirk a little. But yeah, you've successfully passed off your bottle and your form to him.
Yeah. So during kind of like that time, one thing that I wanted to maybe try to passively notice was like how the other thing I kind of wanted to know while we're in there, maybe we linger or whatever, is how many entourage members are with him in here and how many are not, because we might have gotten a number.
You were at the table for him,
and they were all kind of like at the table with him.
Yes, there are 2 others that are like talking and laughing with them, but they're kind of like all at the table together. So they're not dressed in a way that is like formal outfits we are here as you know, staff or people who are hired by him. They could pass as just friends, all of them. But there's 4 others.
Yeah. So my question would be is when he goes to get massaged for real, does any of his entourage follow to guard his door, or do they all stay down here, or do they all go to their own pleasant company?
Okay. Well, if you're going to be waiting around for that, sure.
Maybe just like
you can
a drink and a chat with the madam kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can camp out. I mean, she's busy, so
Yeah, true.
you can get a table. I would say,
Mhm.
I imagine a couple of the people, a
Mhm.
male and a female, kind of come over the table and are very excited to be massaged on their
Right,
arms
of
by
course.
Arlen.
Exactly. And I'm gonna pretend to be doing. I'm gonna pretend to be doing paperwork, but actually being very perceptive because
Watching
of
that.
course, I have paperwork
Sure.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you've got a couple of elves around you, Arlen, that
Mhm.
are very excitedly asking you to massage them.
Oh man. Okay.
Complimenting how broad your shoulders are and all this. You like they're just they're. Mhm.
All right. Form a line.
They're both like
No-
sitting either side of you, arms out, like
no.
draped over you. Yeah, so.
This doesn't come out of this brothel. I say to Robin.
There's like a smirk on her face and like no promises.
Okay, so. Oh, that ain't good.
Oh no! You have a reroll, don't you?
You do.
Do
You
I?
have
You don't.
rerolls. Yeah.
You don't have a personal one, so
No.
alas.
Can I give him one of my rerolls?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Here you go.
14.
Okay. Okay. That's better. That's better. Yeah,
Thank you.
they're enjoying themselves, and just chat. It'll just be general chat and you know. They seem to get the impression that the more that they're saying, the more you seem to be getting embarrassed by it, which just seems to be egging them on more to be.
Yeah, that's sounds about right.
So Robin, while you're doing your paperwork, if you just give me a perception check, a seeing if you have it.
A scene,
So
absolutely.
keep an eye. Oofed. You're 2 away from not possibly being any better. Yeah, with 6 done. Yeah, you notice eventually he does seem to go upstairs, and it looks like two of them follow not long after. They don't appear to be going in the room from where you are. It's a bit hard to judge, but you can kind of tell that they're not in the room. And the other two are downstairs just talking to the two lingering staffers, but they don't go anywhere with them. Eventually, when they go, you can see those guards like acting natural
downstairs?
at the bottom
Yeah.
of these stairs. Yeah.
But they're really like the lookout. Like they're
Yeah.
the first line.
Look out on the floor.
The
Yeah.
lookout on the floor,
And then there's the two-
two that
Mhm.
look out in probably right
Mhm.
outside his door.
Yeah.
Okay, but none of them are outside. So yeah, okay. I will close my books and I will look over at Arlo and be like, I believe I have all of my preliminary findings. We shall return again later. And urge us to leave. Like-
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask the
Yeah.
two elves that I was rubbing.
Mhm.
How much do I owe you for that time? That's customary, right?
They're gonna actually turn. Well, one of them, the male's gonna turn and look at you, Robin, and be like, "Oh, he's adorable."
I know. I keep them for a reason. Many. Like.
You don't need to pay us for that. You were giving us a massage.
Well,
We're very
Uh,
sad
ver-
to see you go, though.
I mean, if the business venture kicks off, well, I'll be back.
Good.
I want to get out of here so bad.
For that, I
But I'm
just
too
linger
po-
5 more minutes. No, I lead us to go.
All right.
And head to where they're at in the alienage.
Yep. So you can head down. We can assume you maybe told them that you were going into the alienage itself. It won't take much looking around because you can see where Finch is, and that is enough of an indicator of where they are sat.
Yeah.
So you guys can meet up.
Cool.
And then when I met him, all I could say was like, "You look very climbable."
Oh man, are we talking about our elf adventures? Nice.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what? Whoa.
It's like, boy, do I have a river to talk about. Anyway, so hey
How did it
y'all,
go?
I'm gonna need a drink.
go get you one.
Is
Go get
okay.
So, all right, we've got some pretty good. He took the bait. It's just
Okay.
he is uh, getting that massage oil, and I'm gonna make sure that is the only place that is going to carry that massage oil.
Good.
So if he likes it enough, it'll be the only place he can go and get it. He has an entourage of 4, which I know y'all probably already figured out, but they tend to hang out in the common area for a little while, chatting up with the girls and the boys down there. And when he goes up to get his what he's paying to get
Business
done,
going.
huh?
His
His business going. Yeah, his business going. Um, he he's got like 2 entourages guys that kind of follow and linger, and they seem to be the ones that are guarding the room that he goes in. And then they're not uniformed; they're made to look like friends. And then he's got 2 more in the common area, keeping that a sweep. Did not notice anything or anyone going outside. So unless, and I look over at. Are the other people like Shanae traveling in the alienage as well with us? Are they here?
Not right now. Not that you can
Okay.
see. They may be in the alienage, but they might be indoors because
Okay.
it's nighttime. So
Right. So unless there's more that are watching the outside, which I didn't seem to notice, going in, a quick. There's windows in these things. I know that for a fact. So.
Did you notice what type of company he was keeping?
He
Male,
definitely
female, non-binary?
female elf was definitely his choice. She was very excited to use this oil, so on him particularly. So I getting the impression that she might be, because the way she kind of commanded how things were going in that situation. Could I have gotten the impression that maybe he is a regular of hers? Maybe do an empathy roll, like a back, like a roll?
you can roll, sure.
Because I guess I should have done this in the moment, but I'm just like, as I'm talking about it, flashback scene to my empathy. Ooh, snake eyes.
Hard to tell. I mean, you're not sure if he's been to Kirkwall before because you know that he is in fact Orlesian. So you don't know enough of the history of this guy to know if he's traveled here before.
Right.
It seems that that could just be her general energy and knowing, like, once she knows that he's already on the hook, she can.
But I left the eval forms to hopefully hint that he would be back.
So is that our what our plan? We're going to just do it in the Blooming Rose?
I think maybe a sneaky snacky attacky through the window room that he's in might be the best way to go. Clearly I can't do it because they know my name and my face. But one of our friends could do it, and maybe I'm almost thinking of a sphere of, while it's happening upstairs, there can be a distraction downstairs. And let me tell you something. There was somebody with me that certainly caused a distraction. And I look over at
Arlen. Oh my god.
I come back with a mug and like my foam mustache and like, what?
Were they giving you special attention?
Yes, they were, because apparently I was giving good like massages with the oil that she created. So
it's good to show them that you're good with your hands. Yes.
I am good with my hands. Have you seen all the things that I sculpted out of wood throughout our travels?
Very dexterous and gentle.
Well,
I mean,
they do seem to like me. I mean, apparently the madame said that I could have a job there, but I didn't see any fault in the ceiling or any of the tables that seemed a bit rickety. So I don't know what she would need me
Arlen,
for.
you're adorable. You'd be there as a
whore.
Doorman? What?
as a whore,
As a prostitute.
as a prostitute.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, as much as I respect them for what they do, this is not for me.
True, but
That's
you can
that.
pretend to be
That's fair.
interested when we go, when we execute our plan.
I'm gonna glance at Sinead and then back
They're
to
not
you.
in
and like,
there.
They're not here.
They're not
oh,
here.
I thought she
They're
was.
probably
uh,
indoors. Yeah, no, they're not here
Okay.
right now. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I still glanced thinking she was,
Mm-hmm.
and
She's not here. Sorry.
okay, well, if it comes to that, yeah, I can definitely do that. That means I will probably never be able to ever come back here because they're not
Well,
gonna
yes.
like that.
The issue is, this is my issue. Sneak him, kill him. What about the worker?
Oh,
That's why distraction.
A distraction that would cause the worker to leave the room and him to stay,
Yeah.
and not the guards run up to help him stay safe.
Maybe. We can just put the
That's
guards.
would be
You
a
can also
little-
just kill the guards. Like that's not like a big deal.
I mean, we could also just jump them. It's fine.
Yeah, we could jump in. Like, but anyway, that's what I found out. We can.
If he likes elves, I can like talk to him at the bars, do
Yeah,
and be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, come back into the alley with me," and then we just stab him.
I mean, sure that works too. But here's what's up, everyone. Robin did Robin's job. So Robin is getting a drink and going to bed. Like you smart people can come up with the plan with the information that I have given you.
Do we know that he's going to
Go
come
ahead.
back here another night?
That's what the evaluation form is for.
Did he seem cautious, or did he seem like
He's
he
our
was ready to-
legions. He's our legions, so there's always an air of caution when you're trying to be sweet talked. But he did take the bait, so.
It's going to be hard to do.
It maybe not as hard now that some trust has been gained if he enjoyed himself.
There's a lot of factors here that we have to consider. Sorry,
Yeah.
I keep munching on chips.
No, it's fine. You're fine.
My bad.
Mhm.
There's a lot of factors that we have to consider here because A, Feywind. B, you don't want to get caught because I have somewhere else
Nope.
to be.
Mhm. I also don't want to get caught.
None of us want to get caught, really.
Mhm.
I don't want
This
our
has
buddies
to
to get cut
be-
either.
Listen. This has to be quiet,
Has to be an isolated incident.
and definitely an isolated incident. That's so. I'm gonna go back really early in the morning and see if he spent the night, and if he is
Oh.
using the brothel as also the place that he spends the night at, and he stays for another night. Then it
Well,
would be
didn't our
much
friend
easier.
say that he was staying with a friend?
I don't know, but sometimes you just get so tired,
When it's real good.
or you just feel
Sometimes
so
the
good. Listen,
massage is
morning
too
sex
much.
is amazing. Okay, so he might be that type of guy.
Okay.
We'll see in the morning. We'll see how it goes.
How
Listen,
about we
like I
enjoy our
said-
drinks, ruminate on it, and think about it again
Yes.
once we have a. Well, we'll
Yes.
sleep on it. Yeah.
yeah, we'll sleep on it just like he'll sleep on it, and because this is just information. I don't know what to do with it yet. Mostly because Val doesn't know how to do anything with information.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
We'll get a drink, sleep on it, talk
Mhm.
to our friends in the morning, see what we can come up with. Yes.
Mhm.
Where do you guys
Finch
plan
has
on
been at the-
staying?
Oh,
We'll probably find a few houses here.
Wherever we left
Finch would
Finch,
have-
I don't know. It's
We're
Finch
outside
is there with you guys.
Finch,
You're
yeah.
outside. Yeah.
oh okay.
He's
We
been
can-
a
we'll either
fabulous.
find a place to stay here, or we'll just go outside the alien engine find an inn. Like it's not a huge deal for Robin.
Mhm.
I'm not worried about it. Unless everyone else is
where you
worried
been?
about it. Yeah.
no.
I mean, it's evening time now, so you guys will have to make a decision.
Did they say where they were going, our buddies?
No, well, they might have told you that they're here, hanging around. There's generally, it's only really Bella that's gonna know this. There are often areas because they don't like have taverns or anything or inns here, but there's usually parts of buildings, usually on the lower floors, that are where you can go and you can have a drink and you can socialize. And often there may be space there for people to sleep, but it's going to be the sort of thing like common rooms. You know how inns used to have like the big common rooms where a bunch of people could sleep.
She'll let them know
It's gonna
that.
be
And
like
be
that,
we can
yeah.
just do
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go and find our friends, see if we can have a drink. And you have to wake up early, so
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
okay.
She might not even just go to sleep if she has to go be up early. So,
Hmm.
but that's something I'll worry about next time.
Okay. Well, if you head to that area, Bella, during your time establishing your contact, you would at least be aware of where this place was. Your time spent in Kirkwall, this is maybe where you stayed as well. You can take the group off to the little common area.
Yeah.
There's already a handful of people that are staying there, and you do recognize that the new friends you made yesterday appear to be there. They're all sitting around a table, but it's like a low table, and they're sat on cushions.
Oh.
And they're drinking and having conversation.
I think we would let them know what's going on, like the information.
Yes.
Sure.
And all that.
Yep. So you can go and just fill them in with all that you succeeded in doing that evening, and we will pick up with the culmination of that and the planning for the following day next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for coming and showing up as normal. It was a great day, great session. On brand for all of us. Love everyone here.
Yep.
This is the last stream of the week. We will not be back until Thursday evening with The Expanse, as I am taking Wednesday night and Thursday morning off from streams because yeah, we're getting a baby blocker replaced and I need some recovery time. So with that, we'll catch you back here on Thursday evening with The Expanse, which is the same system that we are using here today with Dragon Age. Other than that, everyone else, where can we find you? Where and on the internet and all that greatness in the next week. So going the opposite direction, Gambit.
Alrighty, you can find me on the Twitter at the_Gambit. And the next game is next Saturday, same time, right here. Where we will find out if I get a job as a... Not sure I'm going to define my title just yet. Yeah,
Masseuse.
exactly.
Yeah.
Masseuse, yes.
That's the masseuse, yes.
The one burly masseuse that everybody wants because he really goes
Yeah.
in deep.
But they constantly ask, it's like, so how happy are we gonna make this ending, huh?
The happiest one ever. I'm gonna put you in a pretzel.
Hey everyone, we stand sex workers on these
Oh, yeah.
channels. Just
We
like
sure
Absolutely.
do.
All
We
right.
sure do.
Hi, I think it's me. Hi everyone, my name's Satan. I play Bella here, and you can find me here next Saturday with them. Hopefully, if nothing happens. You can also find me on Twitter at @LilsaVamp and Twitch as well as @LilsaVamp. I do art streams. I'm an artist, and I play a bunch of games on the internet, like the ones here. I'm going off to go play with the channel Plot Hunters in a little bit. We start at 8. We're an all POC LGBTQIA plus streaming channel, so if you like supporting those spaces and like D&D, come find us. And I also play in Indoor Adventures and the Hype Goblin over on Sundays. But if you follow my Twitter, you'll be able to see me retweet and talk about my games when they're happening, so you can find my information there.
I am Freddie. I have played Feywin, and yeah, this is my current streamed game, and I am so excited to be part of it. And so you can see me next Saturday, same time, same place. On Twitter, I am at His Majesty, where I draw cropped, not safe for work drawings and post things about quarantined burlesque dancers and thirsty things about Pyramid Head.
Yeah. Pyramid Head, that age-old thirst trap. Yeah.
Yes.
He was there
Yeah.
first.
Classic.
He was
He
the
was
first.
there first.
It was the first. Yep.
No competition. I equally love large vampire ladies.
Because we don't need to choose on this stream.
No, that's the thing.
We can
about
have both.
bi.
That's the point of being bisexual.
Both?
Yeah.
Both is good. Both.
Both is good. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But yes, I'm Emma or Hamalu on the internet. You can find me at Hamalu on the Twitter. I am here usually on Thursdays with Val, where she plays her disaster lesbian and I play the ridiculous twink. They're roommates and they make cheese together. And then here on Saturdays, where I take these guys around Thedas, getting up to shenanigans, potentially killing people and being thirsty because Dragon Age. And that's me.
All right, cool. And once we are all ready to go, we're gonna go ahead and raid Persephoros. They are playing a Nuzlocke right now of Pokemon.
Nuzlocke, oh.
Yeah, they're of Pokemon, but also just a pretty good face to be a part of the TTRPG community as well. So with that, I'm gonna throw up OBS. Where are you? Oh, you're here. Everybody wave bye. See you later. We love you. Bye.